It's always hard to find where this thing comes off at. Hold on, yeah. Oh, dogs. What's up? Question, ask away. I be asking no dumb question. Now, what's up, y'all? Uh, mm, 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 mm. I know this ain't coffee. It's cold water in a coffee cup. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing, man? Y'all doing straight? Don't y'all come in here stupid now. I'll take this fake coffee and throw it on y'all. Y'all. Mm. You ever notice drinking water out of cups kind of nasty? Like, I don't know what it is. It's nasty. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Yeah, so just checking my remember this thing sneak up on me every year, man. 6 years ago. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I don't even feel like 6 years ago, man. Uh, So for those that don't know, I got shot back in 2020. Today, 2020. Whatever today is, what's the 29th? May 29th. Uh, 6 years ago already, man. That was a life changer. I don't even feel like it's 6 years ago. It's crazy. Um, my boss and I had a conversation about work. And make a long story short, I'm thinking about leaving this job. Can't deal with these white people. Hey, you ain't wrong. Listen, y'all just almost saw me lay out some old drunk white woman the other day. Shoot, I ain't wrong. Leave him. Like, that's what I tell them, leave him. No, 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 don't leave him yet. What you want to do is exhaust their funds. You want to go use the bathroom, stay in the bathroom for about 2 hours so nobody know where you is. Go play games on your phone. Go do your social media vlogs, do your makeup, your nails, all of that. Yeah, you do all that. You gotta you gotta hustle them for money first. Use all your sick time, use all your vacation time. Anytime that you got, you use it. Don't flock out on your breaks or your lunch. Yeah, y'all think I'm playing? Yeah, hey, y'all better do a Steve. I was a real nigga when it comes to getting this money. They be like, well, yeah, we know that you didn't clock out on your lunch show, didn't? Well, that sounds like a fireable offense. Why didn't y'all fire me then? Yeah, they would never do it. I said, until y'all fire me, I'm gonna keep staying clocked in on my lunch. I'm sorry, but but yeah, like I said, you got to do what you got to do. Handle your business, sister. Handle your business. And don't leave without taking a bunch of their happy snacks and napkins. You gotta take their staplers and everything. Yeah, yeah. You gotta take an extra pair of pens and some not drugs, but what's the thing? What you call them? Um, well, you work in the pharmaceutical, right? So yeah, you can't take the drugs. You say you take drugs. Yeah. Nah, but 6 years, man. It's crazy. And it don't even feel like it, man, because like I said, I've been so busy with life, man, and you know, dealing with my own problems and everything, you know what I'm saying? So when you look up, you like, bro, that was 6 years ago? Like, dang. You know? Like, I think 6 years ago, man, I almost got killed. Boy, it's crazy. You know, you'd be like, I would have thought about how would it have been like if I'd have died. Like, you wouldn't even have known because you've been dead. Yeah. I said, man, that was definitely a life changer, you know what I'm saying? No, for real, I'm tired of these white people, Steve. I think they, I think I need them. They think I need them when it's in reverse. I need us. Yeah, that's why I said, don't get in, don't get all in your feelings. Boy, every job I ever worked, boy, them white people needed me. That's why when I left, they was offering me more money to come back. Steve, they would see me come in. So okay, we'll give you a manager position, and we'll give you at the time like the pay wage was low, but they was trying to make it high for me. That's, "Oh, yeah, we'll give you a pay raise, and we'll make you a manager." I said, "Ah, soften up and kissing the feet of a black man when you need something." Like, yeah, that's why after I left you, the place didn't work like you thought it did. Yeah, y'all start falling apart. All y'all best employees start really like leaving and stuff. Notice it's not a lot of life in the party no more. Yeah. I was bringing the soul food, man. We can't eat these tuna fish and crackers y'all bringing. Come on, man. No pun intended. No pun intended. Look, what's up? What's up? How you say your name? Life. Can I call you something for short? What's your real name? Is? Give me an alias. I don't know, because I can't say that thing the whole time. Like, what's you see life or your real? Like, I want to see a short name. Let me just say, what's up, Denise? What's up? Yeah, man. As I said, man, life definitely changed, man. You know what I'm saying after that. So, uh, like I said, we was out there marching, man. You know what I'm saying? Out there trying to stand for something. Kaya, papaya, like, like limb, like, uh, yeah, that's hard to process it, man. That's why I said, like, that's why I said it's been 6 years. It don't even feel like it's been 6 years, because you know what I'm saying. I still been trying to process it myself. That's why I said 2020 was not a good year. I had to get out of there, man. You know what I'm saying? And all 2021, that's why I was just trying to travel and go live life, man. I was so stressed trying to detox from everything. You know what I'm saying? How long? Okay, so it's Kaya. Okay. What I don't tell you, man. Like I said, getting shot is not fun. Getting stabbed or getting shot is not fun. You can have it as a badge of honor if you look at it that way. But like I said, like the process with it, man, it's not fun. Because even though, like I said, it was 6 years ago, it's the mental trauma. You know what I'm saying? Like the not trauma as in like you know what I'm saying. Like some people just be like, oh, like I ain't having cold flash or nothing, but you still kind of get a little jumpy. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it be in your sleep and your nightmares. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. What's up, man? Yeah. So sometimes it come out a different way. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's just how I go. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, although when it happened, like I said, I was laughing. I was crying laughing, bro. It was funny. But after a while, I was like noticing that it could have killed me. You know what I'm saying? Like, had it been a couple of inches to the right or to the left, you know what I'm saying? That could have paralyzed me. Real talk. It could have killed me. I almost turned around. And when it happened, if I would have turned around, it could have been my face, man. I could have took my eye out, you know what I'm saying? Could have took my head off, you know what I mean? Or it could have, if I was positioned a certain type of way, boy, it could have shot me in my junk. I said, oh, thank God, boy. That's the reason I be praying. I said, oh, thank the Lord it didn't shoot me in my manhood. I said, Lord, I need this one day to reprocreate. I said, I can't have no wife. I can't use that. Like, bro, who gonna spread my offspring? I said, nah. So shoot, that's the thing you gotta look at. Like, man, it could have did a lot of damage. You know what I'm saying? For the fact that it didn't, it's like, did it do a lot of physical damage? Yeah, a little bit. I mean, yeah, no. But it did more mental scarring than it did anything else. You know what I'm saying? These cottage cheese looking people constantly contradicting themselves all the time. Yeah, whatever I do. As I said, don't even pay them no mind, man. Bruh, every job I've ever had, I almost got fired from. And guess what I did? Every job I had, I used company time. Since y'all want to talk crazy, I said, okay, I'm gonna use the extra 15-minute break because y'all want to talk crazy. I said, I don't know who you think you're talking to, you old white man. I said, look here, let me let you know something. You know who I am. You know who my people is. I said, if only you knew the truth, you're Neanderthal. I said, yeah, you talking crazy now. I said, because you think I won't take off his apron and give you a size up. I said, boy, look here. So when I worked at Home Depot, we had aprons, like the little Home Depot aprons. I said, boy, I'll take this thing off so fast and slam you. I don't care for this job. And they knew I didn't. That's why I would tell them, I said, well, if y'all got an issue, then fire me then. They wouldn't fire me. I said, if y'all gonna, I'm not, look, I'm calling y'all bluff. If y'all not gonna do it, stop talking. I don't respect people like that. I said, one more and you're out of here. I said, why don't you just go ahead and make it two more so I can be out here for good? They wouldn't do it. Oh, so y'all calling a black man bluff, huh? But, so, so I'm sure you heard this a lot, but nothing could be further from the truth. You have a calling on your yep. But just because you got a calling don't mean something can't happen to you. That's why we try to tell niggas like, bro, just because you chosen or whatever, don't mean that you immortal. Ain't nobody immortal, man. God'll let you know that. That's why Paul had to realize, man, had a thorn in the side for however long it was. He prayed 3 different times for God to take it, but he didn't. You know what I'm saying? He's showing you ain't better than nobody, man. You ain't immortal. So that's why I said, like, you see, man, Daddy had a calling on his life, but Daddy died. You know what I'm saying? But I believe he died after he did the calling on his life, you know what I mean? So, but it's like he still went through a lot of stuff even though he was called. Just like we all go through a lot of stuff, man. Like we all are called, you know what I mean? But that's what showed me something. I said once we saw Daddy die, especially for me, once I saw Daddy die, I said, boy, any one of us can go, man. Like you ain't immortal. Like God took his righteous soldier out there, he could take you too. Like you ain't special. That's what let me know that I said, yeah, God's grace stopped you from dying. I said, but he could have let you die. He could have let you get killed if he wanted to. That's what let you know, like, yeah, you're a child of God, but you can still get shot. You can still get they getting persecuted overseas, man. They been getting killed for being Christians. Like that don't make them immortal. Like they got purpose on that, like they can still get killed. You know what I'm saying? God forbid it, you know what I mean? But I'm like, ain't nobody immune to it, you know. See, that's why I said I ain't even tripping over it. But like I said, it did a little, it do a little something to your mental, you know what I'm saying? But it make you be because I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, man. You gotta move a certain type of way though, especially where we lived. We was always in the hood, man. So you still gotta move a certain type of way though. You can't just be sweet, you know what I mean? So that added to the fire too, where you gotta be on your tippy toes, you know what I'm saying? That's why I said I don't be letting everybody walk up on me like that, you know what I'm saying? I don't let nobody walk in the back of me because that's even no diddy, but that's even weird too. You feel me? That's why I be trying to tell you, I'm not cool with niggas, man. Niggas be trying to be cool with you, trying to size you up, and that's what they do. They do stuff like that. That's how you get robbed, man. That's how people come up and try to dome you. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't with that. You feel me? That's why I'm like, they be like, well, nah, well, God ain't gave us a spirit of fear. I'm like, of course he gave us a spirit of fear, but he also made us not stupid either. Like we ain't stupid. That's just certain things you don't do, man. Certain places you don't go. You know what I'm saying? Truth be told, I'm surprised I only got shot one time, man. With all the places I done been at. You understand, man? Coming from Louisville, man, people there are just a special type of stupid. There's bullets flying past my head a lot of times, man. Like I lived in the area, man. They was having shootouts. People getting their house shot up. I told you I couldn't even sleep out the window, man. I had to move my bed to the wall, man. So no stray bullet, God forbid, would come through the window, hit me while I'm sleeping. Like I said, when I went partying and went around people that you weren't supposed to be around, you know what I'm saying? I was shootouts all the time, man. You know what I'm saying? Just happened to just be right in the middle of it, man. Bullets flying over you. So, feel good in the shade. Let's stay in the shade for a minute. Feel good. Hold on. I'm just out here on live stream with y'all. Yeah. I read some of you. I think I read some of you know. I ain't read the whole thing. Yeah, I keep watching y'all pass the Dorby. As I said, I ain't past the Dorby. So what you see is what you gonna get. So uh, talking to my boss right now, and I'm getting paid for it. Yeah, she said, okay. I said, like, walk it out. Just let him be. So I said, just let him be. I ain't wasting my time with. So I don't know, man. That's why I see y'all live in San Antonio now, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had to get out of there. Had to get out of my hometown because it was just getting too hot, man. It was just too much going on, you know? And I said, if I'm gonna pay the money to live somewhere, I'm gonna pay to live here, to live somewhere quality, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It felt and it was strange because when I first came out here, like I said, we used to violence all the time in Louisville. I didn't have to really see that. You know what I mean? Like coming out here, man, my first couple of nights was well, every night for real, but my first couple of nights was kind of uncomfortable because they was just too comfortable. They was too peaceful. I wasn't used to that, man. I wasn't used to having all that peace. You know what I mean? Like, um, I'm saying you always used to chaos and people doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Shootouts and fights outside. You know what I'm saying? Sirens going off. I live right across the street from the fire department, so it was going off every day. So you know what I'm saying? So that's why I said like, uh, hold on. Oh, that's water nasty. Ugh. Oh, I don't know why water coming out of cup make it nasty. It's disgusting. Yeah. Yep, get that a lot. We twins. Like, no, 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 no. Daddy, I don't look like daddy. Daddy look like me. He look like me. How is that possible? He was born first, but you know what? It don't matter. He look like me. I don't look like him. He look like me. I mean, I just look like him with locks. Daddy didn't have long hair. I got long hair. It is crazy to see how we do kind of talk alike. Like we all, because we all kind of got that. We got that southern in us. So that's how we talk. So like even my voice sound kind of like his. I didn't even know. That's why everybody kept thinking it was him on the screen. They looked and it was me. I was like, I don't sound nothing like him. till you play it back. Even mama said that because I was playing my stuff in the car. She was like, "Is that?" She said, "It's your father." I said, "No, it's me." She said, "It sound like him." I said, "That's what everybody seems to say." I feel like his is deeper than mine. You know what I'm saying? But I do notice when we get mad though, the way we talk, like when we holler, but it's like, "But say, I just want to tell you," like we talk like that. And so when he's preaching, then I'm hollering. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the same. So I was like, "You see that type of stuff right there, man? That's the type of stuff we talking about." I notice we all get this face when we get that little nonchalant look. We just don't care. He's like, "Man, I don't care." Like they look, he squint his eyes. He's like, "I don't care. I mean, move, dude. Like, move." Yeah, well, I don't know, man. People don't understand, man. They don't understand. Throw us away. Dumpster. Oh, well, dumpster juice on it. You look like your dad, and the other brother looks like. Yeah, I told him he looked like mama. I used to give Joe that all the time because Joe got the pretty eyes. Like he has like the pretty brown eyes, like the glare or whatever. And I used to tell him, I said, yeah, you look like mama. You a girl. I said, I'm daddy's only real son. I said, I said, you daddy's third daughter. You too pretty to be a son. You don't say that, Steve. I'm a man too. I'm not pretty. I said, well, then why you got pretty eyes? Why all the girls say you got pretty eyes? I said, yeah, because you're a girl. That's why. Show act like a girl. Like I said, Joe a man now, but he show act like a girl growing up. But that boy was so soft on everything. Like, dang, he was so soft. That's why I would tell him, I said, that's why I'm daddy's only real son, bro. Look at you, y'all soft. Y'all soft. He said, I'm a man too. Yeah, you good. Just watch me in the background while you work. What's up, y'all? What's good with you? Now, that's why I said, like, I had a, that's why I said my family, man, we cool people, you know what I'm saying? Like, but we all got this thing about us. It's just like, that's why I said we not sweet. We don't let people try us, man. We don't let people talk to us like it. So that's why Daddy was like it, man, on stage, off stage, and we like it on live stream, off live stream. We ain't sweet. Daddy did not like fools, man. I did not like fools either. My whole family don't deal with fools, man. We do not like people like that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all should have seen. Hey, y'all should have seen Daddy in person. Hey, y'all should have seen him in person. Hey, man. Hey, he would be ready to take it there, man. You know what I'm saying? Because people be disrespectful. You feel me? So he would take it there. But nah, man, that's why I said like even looking at like how I'm a junior, he a senior. I said, bro, we got the same name, we got the same face. You know what I'm saying? The same kind of characteristics. You know what I mean? So he's a senior, I'm a junior. Got the same name, whatever. I said when Daddy got stabbed in the street, his name was Staples because he had to get stapled up from the wounds and stuff. I got shot. They gave me Staples too. I said, so now I'm Staples Jr. I said, daggone, man, I don't like it. I said, daggone, man. I said, man, repeating it, that's psycho. Dang, bro. That's why I moved out of Louisville because I said, I don't want, when I have a son, I said, I don't want my son to repeat that cycle and get Staples the third. I don't like that stuff, man. That ain't cool. That's why I'm like, look, I understand mom and daddy did what they could at the time. You know, we stayed in Louisville. You know what I'm saying? But I said, but I don't want my kids being raised up, man. I do not want my family being over like it. Feel me? Because I don't want my son to know what that's like, man, to go through that type of stuff. Like we did what we could at the time. But I said, I don't want my kids to ever know what the hood like, man. I don't ever want them to know what having to deal with crazy Negroes. Like, you feel me? I don't want my son to go get no staples like his daddy. It ain't cool. You feel me? Like, so I thought about that. I said, dang, man, I'm Staples Jr. I said, bro, I gotta get out of here, man. I don't like it. I don't like it. Ooh, that's why I came to another city, man, to start my own thing. You feel me? And it's working. I like it. Cause again, I'm like, I wanted more in life, man. I was serious. I'm still serious. Like, I want something else. I ain't trying to do the same stupid stuff no more. You know what I mean? So before Daddy died, he was trying to get out of there too, man. Everybody be trying to get out. Nobody wants to be there. Nobody really wants to stay there like that. You know what I mean? Hold on, I read y'all stuff. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, don't do it. Like I said, just walk away. That's what they want. They want black people to go crazy. I mean, you go crazy if you got to. Just don't even. I wouldn't even try it, bro. You know I'm gonna go crazy on my last day when I'm supposed to show up. I ain't gonna show up, and I'm gonna still stay clocked in. Hey, my paycheck gonna be fucked. That's why I say you don't want to get them with your fish. You want to get them in their pockets. That's how you get them. That's why they start talking crazy. What you call me? The N-word. Oh, they say nigga. Yep, there you go. That's a payout right there. Let them get in your face. "Oh, she hit me. And then they get you on the news, like trying to get your story. I was just man of my business. You got your arm in the cast and everything. I don't know why they cussed me out and called me the N-word. Those things are very hurtful and take me back. Like they take us back to a dark time until they pull up your social media history. You be like, man, he was saying nigga this, nigga that, nigga, 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 nigga. Nigga, have you lost your mind? Mm, mm, ugh. But no, man, that's why I said, like, even now, dealing with life, man, like I can learn to laugh about a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look back at stuff and I'm just like, okay, that was dumb, or that was silly. But even feeling the effects of some of it, um, as I said, they don't really plague me as much as they used to no more. Like I said, I don't really deal with the dreams as often no more. Um, because I mean, that's where I use a lot of my warfare man used to come from dreams. You know what I mean? Like, it don't really matter how much you pray about stuff. Again, you gotta understand, like, you still a human man with a human mind. You know what I'm saying? That's just some stuff that you gonna have to endure. You know what I'm saying? Um, So that's why I said, man, I will have dreams all the time, man, about getting reshot. You know what I'm saying? Get in a fight, somebody shoot me, I gotta shoot them. You know what I'm saying? It was the same thing all over again, bro. I had to be like being shootouts. You know what I'm saying? And the thing was, it was so normal. You know what I'm saying? And it felt like real life. So, and that's how we had to be in love. That's how I had to be, bro. Because it was like you didn't know if that could happen at any moment. You know what I'm saying? Because people would do stuff like that out there. You know what I mean? So you don't know how many times I had to ride with my Glock on my lap, man, because Negroes would jump out in traffic and rob you. That's what they did. They would jump out in traffic, rob you, shooting people, mistake you for somebody. That's why I don't like when everybody be talking about like I look like somebody. I don't look like nobody because that's how people get mistaken identity. I don't like that stuff. Negroes, I ran up on me like, hey, you such and such, right? No, I ain't such and such. I don't even know what that is. You know what I'm saying? And that's all. I thought you was somebody else, and that's how people get shot because they think that you somebody else. I don't like that stuff. So that's why I be trying to tell people, nah, I don't look like nobody you know. Nah, I ain't nobody that you thought you seen before. You don't know me. They sure do. Listen, I love an angry black woman narrative because it means you're gonna whoop some butt, man. They're gonna beat up these little white girls. Nah, you know who it is. They ain't no white girl no more. Y'all gonna beat up these little white dudes. The white dudes be the one be talking, starting stuff. They be in the comments trolling black women. I said, boy, I guarantee you, if she was in your face, you would say that. You be the first brother to get whooped by a black woman. Like, stop talking, boy. I don't think they know, like, bro, black women are different from every other woman. Like, bro, they've been having a fight. So they don't just fight like Latinas and what like they black women don't just grab her. Like, bro, they throw fists. You know what I'm saying? They be throwing fists. You know what I mean? That'd be crazy. Some white boy get jumped by a bunch of Hebrew Israelite women. Like, cause they throw fists. They don't they don't grab her as the mm, like it's 6 years past the traumatic experience you had. Do you ever pass the hospital? Way? All the time, yeah. All the time. Because when I got shot, so when you get in Louisville, Kentucky, I don't know how it is everywhere else, but I know in Louisville, all anybody that deals with gunshot wounds, I think like stab wounds, anything that's like that, you have to go to a certain hospital. So ours was U of L Hospital, University of Louisville Hospital. That's the one where my friend works at. You know what I'm saying? So that's right around the corner from church. Like that's why I try to tell you, like, bro, everything is within close proximity of wherever in Louisville. I'm trying to tell y'all, like. That's why, God forbid, if something happened there, everybody be like, I was up the block. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all remember when that UPS plane crash happened last year, or was it earlier this year? Oh no, it was last. I think it was last year. Um, and so the UPS plane I crashed at the whatever. So everybody was like, I was up the street. I'm right around the corner. People was put on their Snapchat. Mama knew up the street. She was like, yeah, I was around the corner up the street when I heard that. You know what I'm saying? Because in Louisville, everything is like for some reason it's like close proximity. I don't know why. So the hospital that I went at was right around the corner from the church. It's right up the street. Where I got hit was right up the street, um, around the corner. About 7 minutes away from my crib at the time where I lived there, you know what I'm saying? So everything was close, you know what I'm saying? At that time, mama them lived, she was in them luxury apartments downtown. So she was like pretty much right up the street from all of this, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying everybody's like, I don't know why it's just like in Louisville, everybody close to wherever. So I pass that hospital all the time. They advanced it and built onto it, you know what I'm saying? Um, so all gunshot patients have to come there, you know what I'm saying? And so, because my friend, she works at the hospital, she was like, "Yeah, all gunshot victims have to come to that specific hospital." And it's sad because she white, but she was like, she said, if, "When I tell you the amount of black dudes we have in here on a daily basis with gunshots," she said it's crazy. She said one dude, she said it was so sad because one dude he had came in, he was in shock, he had got shot up, He was in shock and woke up on the operating table trying to fight them. Like once they were trying to hold him down, she said we could tell by his pupils being like dilated and stuff. She was like, he was in shock, woke up trying to fight. She said he died shortly after that. I was like, dang, man, that's sad. And she said, yeah, most of our gunshot patients are black men, like young black guys. And I said that's so sad, man, because everybody that gets shot goes to the hospital. You know what I mean? And so when Louisville turned up with a powder keg, you know what I'm saying? All the black boys is going over there, man. All the black women too, because black women that get shot too, which crazy. They going to that hospital. You feel me? And it's sad, you know what I'm saying? Now we ain't gonna downplay because you know white people be out there shooting each other too. They just don't talk about that. They don't talk about that. Everybody a little crazy, so they don't talk about that. But it's sad to see how many. And she was like, these are young black kids, like 16, 18, like younger than that. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. No, your mom was in the hospital praying over you day and night. She ain't even know. I'd have never told mom if it was up to me. I'd have never told her. To this day, mama, to this day, she would have never known. I never told her. I guarantee I never told her. I had to tell her because the next day she had called me, man. Like that's why I told Joe. Joe was the first one to find out because he had called me and he was casual. Cause like I said, we cool, we casual. And so Joe had heard people got shot down there. He was like, "Hey," he said, "Hey, was you one of the people? They was about to put me in surgery." And I told him, I said, "Hold on, let me answer this phone. Let him know." So I told him, I said, "Yeah, man, I got shot up here." He was like, "Okay, cool." He was like, "Okay, cool." You know what I'm saying? And I told him, I said, "Yeah, don't tell nobody, man. Don't tell mom, especially mom." I said, "Do not. Whatever you do, don't tell her." You know what I'm saying? And so after I woke up from surgery the next day, that's when she had called me because I was like, okay, maybe I'm gonna be in the hospital for like a day and a half, 2 days. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, she don't call me because usually she'd be cool. That was the day she called me to go out to Grocery Street. She's like, hey, let's go out here, let's go do some work. And I said, yeah, that ain't gonna happen right now. I said, that ain't gonna happen. And so, mama question. Moms are, they won't question you. Why not? What you doing? And I told her, I said, look, I was trying to say I was in I didn't want to say I was in the hospital. But I was trying to make like, because I was trying to act like I broke my leg or something, you know what I'm saying, to make it sound less bad. You know what I mean? Because at the time, like I said, I was with my ex at the time, we was always on and off. But she had tried to call me, she had tried to FaceTime me while I was on the table. When they kept sticking me with all the needles, bro, they was taking so much blood work from me, man, kept hitting me with these needles, bro, I hurt it. And so I told them, I said, can I answer this? They said, nah, you can't right now because we got to put you in this little retinal scan or whatever they're doing. And so I texted, I said, yeah, I said, yeah, hold on, I'm over mama house. Hold on. I said, I'm mama house. I said, I have to hit you later, you know what I'm saying? So I FaceTimed her like 5 or 6 in the morning, you know what I'm saying, after I got out of surgery, because I told her I was gonna call her, I never did. And so she was like, "Where you at? Like, what's going on?" She's like, "Where you at?" I said, "I'm in the hospital." She said, "What happened?" And I said, "Oh, I broke my leg. What's up, Chia?" I tried to lie and say I broke my leg because I come out. You ain't trying to tell nobody you got shot at 6 in the morning. They're gonna be freaking out. And so I told her, I said, "Yeah, it's my leg, man." I said, I broke my leg with her. And then she gave me that look. She's like, "Are you sure? You okay?" I was like, "Yeah." Sure enough, here come old Timothy Doctor, old white man Timothy Doctor, come over. So with the bullet still by your spine, So I was like, "Bro, what?" I said, "Hey, man, shut up, shut up." I said, somebody on the phone, shut up." Bro, she started almost crying. I think she was crying. But so wait, you got shot? She said, wait, what? I said, hey, it's not as bad as it seems. It's not as bad as it seems. She said, baby, what did you do? What happened? I said, long story, I'll explain it later. I said, man, look, I'm half these meds. I was like, I don't even know where I'm at. I didn't know what I was at. All I remember was my battery was on like 20%. I had to hurry up and get a charger so I can plug it up. Cause I'm just like, yeah, man, I'm trying to hold on. Because you told her because she may have felt you couldn't talk to her on the phone or something like that. Yeah, I would have told her like, hey, that's why I try to make it as simple as possible. I ain't want because it wasn't a big deal, but then I forget. I'm just like, bro, like you can't. That is a big deal. Like somebody be like, oh, y'all just got shot. Like, and everybody was like, you so nonchalant with. It. I'm just like, yeah, I ain't dead. Like, I ain't dead or nothing. You feel me? But I don't know, man. So I seen that. I seen that hospital all the time. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, as I said, it's literally right around the corner from the church. You know what I'm saying? So we see it all the time when we go to church, you know what I mean? So I had the detective come in, man. He had came in and gave me a bunch of questions. Shout out to him, man. I can't remember his last name, but he was a good guy, man. He was a real good dude. You feel me? Been on the job for 30 years, you know what I mean? And so he said I was the only one that was cooperative, you know what I'm saying? I don't think people realize, like, bro, like we Christian based, you know what I'm saying? So of course I ain't walking around cussing people out, man. I don't do that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And they had told me he was like, even the brother nursing staff, the hospital staff, and the detective, they was like, "You the only one that ain't cuss us out." I was like, "Bro, who's cussing y'all out, man?" They said, "Yeah." They said, "I appreciate you for being nice to us," because they was like, everybody else done told us to go to hell and go kill ourselves, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I said, "Who's telling y'all that? That's crazy." They said, "You just so nice." They said, "The way he's just so nice and stuff," you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, "Yeah, man, we nice." You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna cuss y'all out. Y'all saving my life. I don't want y'all to give me a overdose of morphine, bro. I'm over on the table season. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna play with the person that has all these mechanisms that they can kill me on the table and be like, "Oh, he just overdosed." Like, nah, they killed him. Like, nah, I ain't trying to do that. But but yeah, man, it was a tough sight, man. You know what I'm saying? So I was in the hospital with a homie, man. A homie got he had got shot up with me. He got shot 3 times, you know what I'm saying? So he was in a lot more pain than me. He said he blacked out, like, when he got shot. Because somebody was on him. Somebody, I think he said he was good till somebody was on him trying to, like, press down the injury he had. He said that's when he blacked out. And so he don't remember, like, really even get to the hospital. I said I was conscious for the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, it was a tough time, man. It was definitely a tough time. But to this day, I probably never told mama, you know what I'm saying? Like, she just happened to find out. She happened to find out, you know what I'm saying? Uh, I told her, I said, "Mom, I'm a grown man. Let me handle it, man. I got it." You know what I'm saying? I got this. But then what was worse about it, man, was some staples, man. They could have just left me alone, bro. It was some staples they put in, man. Them staples are sharp too. That's what they don't tell you. Like, so they cut it open right there, like where the bladder is, whatever, because they had to cut open right there. Because they wanted to check the front because they couldn't check like they didn't want to do much turn like in the muscle tissue or whatever back here. So they was like they had to go from the front, which sounds super ditty, you know what I'm saying? But they was like they had to cut from the front to see if they could retrieve the bullet. And they said the way the bullet is lodged in there, they said it's kind of in the perfect spot. So they was like, we don't want to do more wearing and tearing because that can do more damage to you. You know what I'm saying? So they was like, we just gonna leave it where it is. You know what I'm saying? And so somewhere inside of me, no diddy, there's a 45 bullet still there. Uh, so yeah, I was on live. I was on IG live because I was streaming from my social media platform. Um, because I was showing everybody what was going on out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I usually never. I mean, that's why IG Live used to be like a big thing. I would never really use it, but I just happened to be on there. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I was like, I think people need to see this documented. You know. And so, this is way before I thought about doing YouTube. Again, this is like 6 years ago, so this is way before I thought about doing YouTube, any of that. Um, so I was on there just kind of streaming and whatever. So I'm getting text alerts, man. My friend hit me up. He said, "Yeah, I just saw you on the news, man. Like the news out there that saw me. Everybody see me. I don't know how everybody know me. Everybody see me. I'm seeing people all the time that know me. I'm like, I don't know y'all. Like, I do. I'm just like, well, how y'all know me right here? That's crazy. And so I'm on the news and stuff. He's hit me up, you know what I'm saying? So one of my friends is seeing me, you know what I'm saying? So her mama was watching it, you know what I'm saying? And so her birthday was coming up. And so I told her, I said, she was like, "Hey, be careful out there." I said, "Yeah, I'll be careful, girl. You know your birthday around the corner." As soon as I said that, bro, I got it on video and everything. As soon as I said that, somebody started popping off. You feel me? And it was close. That's why I said, like, the thing is, when you hear stuff like that, when you hear gunshots, man, you usually hear them in the distance. Like that was like right there at the right side of my ear. That was crazy. So I'm thinking somebody right next to me is popping off rounds. I couldn't see him. I don't know who was doing it. You know what I'm saying? Right there, somebody popping off rounds, man, it's going off in my ear. I'm just like, "Bro, that stuff is loud too." And so that's why everybody was like, boom, boom. So that's why everybody started scattering like roaches. You feel me? And so I'm just like, all right, well, I ain't trying first. I ain't gonna try and get shot, and I ain't trying to get trampled by everybody because there's so many people out there. It's like New York City. There's a lot of people out there. So it's like everything. What they don't tell you too when you in them time of crisis, your mind moves slowly. Ask somebody who's been through stuff like that. It's like your mind slows down time. I don't know how that's possible, but it slows down time a little bit. So the way you normally think, you wouldn't normally think when something is going on. God forbid it, but it's like your mind has time to process more and faster. You know what I mean? Which is weird, but it's how it happens. So I remember I remember right when I was about to turn around because I was like, well, I was about to crouch. I was crouched down. So I said, let me get under this. I was about to duck down under something and I was about to turn because I'm like, it's coming out the right side of my ear. So I'm trying to see if somebody's over my shoulder shooting because I don't know where it's coming from. As soon as I did that, that's when I felt myself get struck. And it's like your body just gets like numb. You feel me? Like your body literally stiffs out. You know what I'm saying? So once I got hit, I was literally like, I fell on my face. Like, bro, it's like I fell straight flat. You know what I'm saying? Like you get more like numbified. You feel me? What's up, man? What's up? And so I remember I had to pick myself up. 'Cause I was like, "Bro, what is that?" You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it didn't hurt. It was just more like a shock, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just depends on where you get shot at, but most people will tell you, like, when they get shot, they don't even know it because it don't really hurt. You'll just feel like a little pinch or something, you know? And so that's what I felt. It was like kinda like if somebody was to throw like a baseball at you. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know how baseball is, like, not that big, but the radius of it, you can feel like somebody was to throw a baseball right here, you can feel it all kinda, like, right there. That's what it felt like, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we used to get whooped with paddles all the time. You know, daddy'll beat you crazy with a paddle, you feel me? So that's what it felt like. It just felt like I'm whooping. So I was like, "Bro, Imma get a whooping right now." I said, "What I do?" And I turned around because I was like, maybe they standing I think the shooter's standing over top of me because I'm like, "What is going on?" You feel me? And then I turned around, the last shot that popped off, I think was the shot I got hit. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't hear nothing else after that. So I was like, "Oh, okay, well, I ain't know what that was." You know what I mean? Hold on. Staples. Yeah, them staples, man, they hurt, dude. I'm trying to tell you they hurt. So staples are worse than I believe stitches. That thing hurt. So I remember, hold on. Did they get who's did they get who? So I remember I was just walking out, you know what I'm saying? And took off running, man. And when you get hit like that, like you get shot, your adrenaline running up fast. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like they don't tell you the bullet is hot. That's why the bullet can penetrate your skin at a fast rate. That's why you don't feel it because anything that fast like that, you won't know something hit you. You won't even know you got shot. You feel me? And so because it's hot, the bullet's hot and it's traveling at such a fast speed. So with it being hot, your body temperature does go up. I remember I was sweating like crazy from running and stuff too. Like your body, your temperature goes up. Um, you don't feel it until you slow down. And when you slow down, man, that bullet start cooling off, man. It don't really like hurt, but it's more like it's a stiff pain. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more like stiff. Like if you ever had like numbing cream or something, like you feel that and it feels like something numb and stuff. And I something feel like it's like kind of, that's what it feel like. And so I remember it was like kind of like right here in this. So I was kind of like walking, like, you know what I'm saying? I was spreading like a penguin, bro. I was over walking like I'm from Antarctica or something. I remember I was like, okay, this is kind of getting stiff. You feel me? Like my leg was stiffening up, all of that. You know what I mean? So I was like, I ain't want to just go straight home. I said, maybe I need to go to the hospital. Cause man, we so dumb. That's why I said, like, this is why men need women, man. Cause we so stupid. We'll just go home. That's what I was about to do. You know what I'm saying? Women be like, oh no, give me to the hospital. Dudes, I think about the hospital bill. So we're like, nah, we good. We go home. You know what I'm saying? I was about to go home and just sear it up with hot iron. I remember that too. I was about to turn on the iron. I put something on the stove and sear it up. Cause I was like, that's fine. I'm good. You feel me? That's why women be like, "Dude, go to the hospital. Baby, I'll make you a doctor's appointment," because men won't do it, man. We just something wrong with it. But, I have no idea if they got the shooter or not. I have no idea, man. Like, again, that was the thing that was crazy. So, the news has said they got the guy, but then the police and the detectives was asking me, "Did I see something?" And they was trying to ask, like, "Well, do you know anything? And you know who did it and stuff?" I'm like, "Well, how the news know? Y'all don't know." So it sounded like a cover up. So that's why I'm like, it don't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? They said it was a dude from Memphis that came up here and did it. But then what I'm saying? They released his mugshot and everything, but then the police are saying when I called them back, they was like, "Yeah, we got no leads." I'm like, "How does the news got a lead and y'all don't?" That don't even make sense. So everybody was thinking the police probably did it, which it's never been proven. We don't know, man. Still to this day, 6 years, we still don't have answers. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said allegedly the guy that shot me. I seen him. You know what I'm saying? I seen him. Look. What they don't tell you, that's why I said I was so mad because I ain't have no answers after that if it was really him or if it was another cover up or whatever. But what they don't tell you, man, after you get shanked or you get shot, you get mad. You get mad. I'm talking about it's like an anger you ain't never felt like, bro, 'cause that could have killed somebody. And in my city where I come from, that's why I said retaliation is a must. That's why I be trying to tell y'all, like, y'all better leave people alone because people will really get you back out there. You know what I'm saying? So over there, people be like, yeah, you do something to me, I'm gonna do something to you. That's how it was. And so I'm thinking, I'm just like, nah, man, I gotta get them back. I gotta get them. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're thinking. Because you don't understand, you're not thinking in your rash man when you angry. You know what I'm saying? And I was mad because I was like, bro, he could have killed one of us, man. He could have paralyzed us, you know what I'm saying? He could have messed up one of our life because this stuff happen all the time. And I was like, bro, I said, bro, I ought to do something to him for that. You feel me? I said, if he wasn't in federal custody, I'd have did something to him. But then I was like, we don't even know if it was even him. We don't know. Man, I don't know. I have no idea. The detective, the main one that was on the case, he quit after 30 years because he was just tired of everything going on. He said that was his last year. A new detective picked up the case and called me, and I haven't heard nothing from him since. So I don't know what's going on with that. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of it just didn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's what makes you more mad is that you don't have the answers that you want. Like you wish you had more answers, but you don't really know. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a mystery. Like the cold cases are the ones that piss you off the most. I mean, yeah, when a bullet, it just depends on where you get hit at. Well, that's cause the bullet is hot, man. Like bullet is like, you know what I'm saying? It's coming out at a fast rate, and then it's coming out of something that's gunpowder, you know what I'm saying? So it's traveling like, it's fast, so it's hot, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's really just what a bullet is just a hot piece of metal. That's what it is, a hot piece of metal that's heated up to a certain degree, which is why you see the bullets. The bullet is not the size that they put in the cartridge. The bullet is only like that big, you know what I'm saying? But the size of the cartridge, like that's why you'll see them big old like AK-47 bullets. Like that whole thing is not the bullet. The bullet is no bigger than that. But the cartridge is the one that has like it has all the like I think it's what the gunpowder in it, and it gives it more of the whatever they put in it to make it more powerful. So that's why I said the bullet will come out faster and stronger, but the bullet's no bigger than like a little. It's almost like it's probably like a little bigger than like it's probably like a little bigger than a Tic Tac, like the Tic Tacs in the bottle. Like it's really like it. It's really small, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how you see people get shot 7 times. It's like, well, yeah, the bullets look big when they load them in the gun, but what's coming out of the gun is like small. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I tell you, most people don't even know they got shot because sometimes the bullet is no bigger than that. So when that's going at a fast speed, it's almost like a little prick. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't even know. So most people don't even know they got shot till they look down and see they bleeding. You feel me? So it just depends on what you got hit with. Now I got hit with something that's designed for stopping power. That's why I ended up on my face because it's designed to mobilize you. You know what I'm saying? 45 has stopping power. Um, which is crazy because that was Daddy's favorite handgun to carry. You feel me? He always had a Glock 45. You know what I'm saying? And it's ironic. It's the same Glock that I carry. You know what I'm saying? That I got hit with a 45. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because a 45 got stopping power, man. It really do. You know what I'm saying? 9 millimeters will go through you. 45s are designed to have you on your face. You feel me? So that's why the radius felt big because it has a radius feel to it. You feel me? Again, the bullet's no bigger than that, but the way it's designed, it has different stopping power. Uh, so I don't know, man. It was a wild time, bro. It was definitely not fun. You know, the hospital is what made it not more fun, man. Because I don't like hospitals, man. That was the first time I was in a hospital since like birth. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't go to hospital for nothing. But but it was just like I don't know, man. Just feeling immobilized. You know what I'm saying? Feeling helpless. It sucked, man. Because it was like it wasn't nothing you can do. And so they coming in the hospital, man, questioning us and I gotta answer these questions and trying to figure out what I'm trying to process what just happened and what I'm feeling too. You feel me? So it was just a mixture of pretty much everything just going on at that time. It was like this is just not the best timing, I would say. Um, that's why I said 2020, man, wasn't a real year. It was just so much going on. Cause I'm like, bro, how did I just come from Costa Rica like months before? Soon as we get to 2020, man, we was almost in World War III because dumb Donald Trump was doing what he was doing. And then um we was in the that's when COVID came into play. I was in Costa Rica at that time because my sister was you know, what was in Costa Rica? No, we went on vacation. That's what we went on vacation. So that was right when COVID came into play. Didn't know what COVID was. Nobody knew what that was, you know what I'm saying? And so I remember they said it was a thing that Asians was getting. So you would see Asians in the airport with a mask on. I didn't know what that was. I was like, I don't know what that is. The minute we on the plane coming back, we leaving Costa Rica to go back to the United States. She texted me, Kobe Bryant just died. I was like, what? So right before we took off, I just saw it. I said, "Nah, man, it's crazy." So that sucked. You know what I'm saying? Then after that, it was just, and then like I said, we was in the pandemic that was going on. Then the epidemic with the whole BLM thing that was going on, that sucked. That was where all of that stuff happened at. I got shot. Um, just it was, oh man, it was just bad, man. It was just life was just not good at that time. Like I said, later that year we lost Chadwick Boseman, which was a very big black iconic figure in our community. So I'm like, that sucked too. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, bro, 2020 is just not a real year. Like, it's just not a good year. You know what I'm saying? So everybody was stressed out, man. The world was just in turmoil during that time. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't blame people for thinking that that was like one of the last years on earth. Cause I'm like, bro, it was just not a good year. It was not a good time. You feel me? Um, so yeah, man, like I said, that did a number to me, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I tell you, I said most gunshot victims will tell you, like after you hear like loud bangs now, it depends on where you at, but if it's like an unexpected loud bang, like you can kind of get a little triggered, you know what I'm saying? As I said, I remember it being at work, like I think a year or so after that, and something that fell on the ground, but it sounded like a big old gunshot. And I remember it was a big old heavy metal table that had a whole bunch of heavy stuff on it, bro. I'll grab the table. I was about to flip it over and tell everybody to get down. You feel me? I was like, get down. Cause I'm thinking there's an active shooter here. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm like, wait, what is happening? I said, ain't there nobody in here, man. Why you in this mug? You know what I'm saying? But that's why I say your senses and your awareness gets enlightened. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said you won't be walking around like slow all day. You won't be walking around just like nonchalant. That's why there's places you'll go. You'll be looking at people. You know what I'm saying? You'll be looking at people. You know what I'm saying? If they staring at you all funny, like what you looking at? You know what I'm saying? You might clutch your hand to your side a little more. You feel me? Like you don't know, man. People just anything can pop up anywhere. God forbid it, but it happens, especially in Louisville. Man, that stuff will happen all the time. You know what I mean? And so that's why I tell people, I said, man, don't be stupid, man. Like, this is why I said when I go places, I like to be the bodyguard because I'm just like, I know how situational awareness goes. As I said, even the Bible try to tell people about situational awareness. Remember when I told you about the story when with Gideon, where he was saying like the men that take from their hand and drank it, he said, let them go. He said the ones that's putting their head in the pond like a dog and they lap in the water, he said those are the ones that can see if something goes on. He said, keep them in. He said, because they know situational awareness. So that's what the Bible tells us, like, bro, not to be stupid and be walking around holier than thou, just trying to spread the word. It's like, bro, you ain't supposed to die yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta, if somebody trying to take your life and it ain't your time, you're supposed to take them first. That's what it's saying. So that's why I say you get situationally aware. You feel me? So that's why I say there's a lot of times I won't go nowhere without my Glock. I don't go a lot of places without my Glock, without a knife. You know what I'm saying? Without something I can use. What they don't tell you too is you get enlightened to where you could turn anything to a weapon. It's almost like you work for the government. You know what I'm saying? How to specialize to turn a pencil into the most deadly weapon. That's what I be thinking, y'all. Y'all think I'm playing? I'll be looking at the nearest object I can grab. If somebody want to go here and go crazy, I said the nearest as a glass bottle, I can use it. As a pencil or a pen, you could turn that to a whole shank. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be like it, man. That's how it really does turn you today, you know what I'm saying? Now, you ain't, like, paranoid, but you also kinda like, "I ain't stupid either," you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Donald Trump was just he you know, everybody knows he's an idiot. So that's why I said at that time, I was easily triggered by him too, because he was just stupid. His people, man, it wasn't even necessarily just him, it was his people. You gotta fight them all 2020, man. That's why I said I'm not liberal or conservative, you know what I'm saying? I used to be liberal, but I'm neither one no more. So, just know him, he's an idiot, he gonna do what he do, so I'm not even mad at what he does no more. But at the time, I really didn't like him, man, because his people, man. That's why we didn't like again, back then we hated conservative people, man, because conservative people was retarded. Like they just the stuff they did, like, you know what I'm saying? They very biased. And then, like I said, we was biased too. So we will always be fighting each other over biased opinions, you know what I mean? So that's why I said at that time, anybody that wore a Trump hat or Make America Great Again hat would trigger me because of the stuff that we had to be put through with that. You know what I'm saying? It don't do that no more. But I said, but I let niggas know. I said, we would take it there. Don't think cause you why you can't get whooped, nigga. I'll still do something to you. I don't play that, man. I told liberals I'll drop you. I told MAGAs I'll drop y'all too. I don't care who you is, Hebrew Israelites, I'll drop you too. Ku Klux Klan, I'll drop you too. I don't care who you is. I don't like none of y'all niggas. I don't like none of y'all. That's why I said that's what it also brings out of you too. When you've been through them type of experiences, you just don't care. Like you're not playing sides no more because you realize both sides is unfair. You know what I'm saying? Both sides don't have respect. And I'm all about respect, man. I'm like, if you can't respect me, then I ain't gonna respect you. You feel me? So I don't even care who you is, man. I ain't got time for that. You know what I mean? So that's why I said, that's why I try to tell people that was speaking on stuff that they don't know. I said, bro, you wasn't out there, so you don't know. And I had to tell some people because they were saying stuff. They like, nah, see, the news said. I said, well, that's what the news said. I said, was you out there? No, okay, shut up. And then I brought people out there, and they was like, oh, it's not what I thought because the media is gonna hype it up like it is, man. Don't do that. That's why I tell everybody now. Look, we had a big war with liberal and conservative in 2020. That's why I don't play that side now. I'm like, bro, I did my time. I've done my fighting. I took my bullet for the cause. I'm like, bro, I stood for what I believe. Now it's time for y'all Negroes to do the same thing. I said, I'm not here to debate that with you, to argue with you on that. You know what I'm saying? Because they trying to bring this extreme conservatism back. I'm just like, bro, y'all would get folded. People are just tired of y'all. Y'all did this in 2020. Everybody hated y'all. People hate y'all now more, even more than ever. I said, bro, don't start no with me because and conservative or liberal or neutral or whoever. I don't care, black or white or man or woman or gay or straight. It don't matter, man. I don't like people who do stuff like that. You always got to be too daggone extreme. You feel me? So that's why I try to tell people. I said, you got a right to be conservative, and I got a right to knock you out if you call me the nigga. Or I got a right to knock you out if you come over here trying to push your views on me. I don't play that stuff. You're not immune from the whooping either. I don't play that. That's why I tell people, don't take my niceness as being soft. Just because I'm Christian, I mean I still won't hurt you. Like, bro, I would still do something to you. Yeah, not speak. I don't play that stuff, man, because I'm like, people be disrespectful. You know, a lot of these conservative fools be thinking they Christian and coming with their extreme beliefs. And I was like, boy, don't get hung with that same rope that you're trying to hang a nigga with. We will hang you. We don't play that. I don't got no sympathy for a nigga, but bro, I told you, I do not got no sympathy for a nigga. And niggas ain't just black, they white too. I don't got no sympathy for none of y'all. Don't. I was gonna meet up with mom in New Orleans. I was gonna drive. You know what I'm saying? I flew there, but I was gonna drive at the time. People was warning me. They said, well, just be careful for that sundown towns. And I said, yep. And that's what I got my Draco for with my 75 round clip. And if a nigga come out of here while I'm getting gas, I'm spraying you up. I'm not staying for the police because the police be the Ku Klux Klan members. I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and go overstate. Y'all want to extradite me back to Louisiana because I had to kill a nigga? Yep, I did that. I said, boy, anything that's moving in this dark while I'm getting this gas, I'm pumping it 75 times, loading it again, and pumping another 75 times. I don't play that stuff. I said, boy, we ain't scared of no white supremacists. They can die like everybody else, man. They be dying all the time. They try to show up. Two of them try to show up to a black rally one time, try to show up with their hoods, and they killed them niggas. I said, see, that's what y'all get. When ain't nobody scared of y'all. I don't care if I'm in your town, boy. That's what this Draco for, and it's gonna light you up good, good, light you up good. I don't care who you with. I'm spraying everybody, everybody. What y'all think is running about niggas is gonna be sweet? You have any idea what I done been through? I done been shot once before, cuz you think I wanna get shot again? I'm just gonna go ahead and kill you. I don't play that. See, there's blacks that fight their own people, and then there's blacks that'll fight anybody. I'll fight anybody. I don't care who you is. That white stuff don't work on me. That black stuff don't work. That woman stuff that don't work on me. I don't feel sympathy for not a Negro. I don't play that stuff, man. That's why I said that's clear self defense. That's why I said it's gonna be funny one day. Y'all gonna hung with that same rope you try to hang a Negro with. You gonna start seeing a lot of them getting hung with that rope they're trying to hang people with. I'm trying to tell you. I seen where a rapper finesse 2 times. He got a chain pendant where it's like 3 Ku Klux Klan members hanging. And they say he was facing backlash. And everybody's like, from who? The Klan? From the Klan? Ain't no nigga and they mama got no issue with that. I don't know who. I said, you know who got an issue with that? I vote for Trump 2020. Yep, that's who got an issue with that. I said, wow, we talking about your organization? Is that what it is? What's wrong? Did we offend thee? Is that what it is? Yeah, that's what it is. I said, boy, don't think you can't get lit to that cross you burning in somebody else's yard. That'd be funny. We come out with a thing of gasoline, throw it on y'all. You throw it on them, shoot them, they call them fire. That's why I try to tell you, I said, bro, we are not sweet. And that's what 2020 really solidified me to be more real. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I was so busy trying to fight them. I was like, but bro, your own people's giving you an issue too. So I had to fight them as well. So that's why I said I'm neutral. I ain't for neither side. I said this side the left got a point, the right got a point. And that's why I said I'm unbiased. I said, look, we was out there just biased. I said, I'm not biased no more. I'm 100% fair. So as much as everybody want to come with the BLM did, yeah, with the BLM did that, and so does your pedophile Republican Party. They do that too. I notice how y'all really quiet on that. And y'all want to say nothing about that. That's fine. I said, if you're gonna call out one side, call out both. Don't be biased, man. Come on, you gotta be real. That's why I say, like, bro, after I got shot, I ain't taking no chance. I ain't taking no more chances. That's why I keep that thing on me. That's why I be ready to fight because I'm like, people be ready to do stuff. You gotta understand, like, bro, people be looking to do ill will. I don't be playing that. That's why I said somebody like Chud the Bitter, he couldn't have walked up on me. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, he ain't no little drunk white woman. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't intoxicated. He know what he doing. See, I know the law, and I said by law I could legally kill you. I said I could legally kill you and get away with it. Because you coming up antagonizing me, man. You coming up here trying to threaten me, inciting violence, calling me a nigga. I could have blew his brains out and walked away from him. Because again, he came up to me. I said that's why God knew let him walk up on him and don't walk up on Steve because he knew Steve would kill him. I killed him for that. That's why I be trying to tell y'all, like, bro, I don't play that stuff. I don't care because you know, white man. Even if I went to court, I'd have killed him and got away with it. I'm like, bro, I don't care. You gonna have to charge me with something. I ain't gonna let you come up here disrespect me, threatening my life. I killed him because he threatened me. That's what he did. Now tell his mama come scrape him up off the concrete. I don't care about him. All the other black people he messed with gonna roll him up in a blunt and smoke on him. We don't care. Like you come over and mess with us. What you trying to tell you? I said, y'all want me to call somebody savages. I said, well, ain't nobody more savage than a conservative white person, but they just stuff they do. Yeah, that's why I said that's why all y'all party is pedophiles. Oh, PDFs. That's why I'm like, just let them destroy each other. That's why I said then after 2020, which is what was funny, I said, watch, y'all gonna see. And then January 6th, 2021, these niggas are storming the Capitol. Bro, look at these. I said, bro, look at these niggas. Yo, I was watching Fox News at home. Yo, I was crying, laughing. I was sitting on my recliner. I was crying, laughing, bro. Cause I was like, look at these niggas. But they just told us that the BLM riots and stuff. I said, but look at them. Dudes is hopping on the walls, man, storming the Capitol. I said, y'all got a death wish, dude. I said, this is one of the most secure, guarded places on earth. Like, bro, the president of the United States is one of the most secure people on earth. And I said, I guess they just had a change of heart, or maybe they just didn't want to. I said, because, or maybe it was an inside job, who knows? Because I said they only shot one of them niggas. I said, because usually if that was to happen, I said the Secret Service and the US military that's on base and whoever's in the feds on base is killing everybody. They don't play that. They do not play that. I guess they didn't want to look bad killing their own people, but they killed one of them women. They told her get back, and they shot her and killed her. Yeah, that's why I said, I'm like, yeah, look at y'all now. I said, look at y'all. An embarrassment to the world. That's why I said the whole world was watching this. The whole world was watching it, and they was making jokes. You don't think North Korea had a field day with this? You don't think Italy had a field day? We're like, look at these American idiots. Look at them. That was embarrassing. That's why I said they was trying to mock George Floyd. They thought it was funny. And so they said, you know what they get mad at? The woman that got killed up there, the white woman that got killed up there at the Capitol. I can't remember her name, but they said you say her name, they get triggered. I'm like, yeah, yeah. You see how that feels? It ain't funny, is it? It ain't funny if somebody talk about your dead people. It ain't funny, is it? That's why I say y'all just be reaping what y'all sowing, man. Y'all sow so much death. I said, see, look at you, stupid. What they say? Yeah, Ashley Babbitt. Yeah. I said, what they say? They was like, well, y'all out there without law and order, they should shoot y'all. I said, yep, y'all was up there without law and order, and they shot some of y'all. Look at you. Oh, that's what y'all get. Oh, it's funny now. See? Yeah. Talking about she died a patriot, boy. She died a criminal. Like what y'all say George Floyd did. I mean, she died a criminal just like George Floyd did, since y'all want to talk. Only difference is George Floyd wasn't fighting back. George Floyd, he got murdered. He didn't just get killed, he got murdered. You know what I'm saying? She put herself in that position. She wasn't innocently murdered. She got killed because she was stupid. So I be trying to tell niggas, I said, boy, y'all just don't know, man. And that's why I said, after I got shot, I was out there again, marching, doing what I had to do. Because I'm like, y'all not gonna come out here and harass us. You're like, y'all not gonna do that, man. See, it was all fun and games till niggas got their bulletproof vests. When we showed up out there with our bulletproof vests and our artilleries, we showed out there with our rifles and our AK-47. See, it's not funny no more. See, they don't like that. When we exercising our amendment rights, that ain't funny. They don't like that. Nah, see, they don't like that. Now we doing too much. Yeah, we doing too much because now we got guns. Now the gun is turned on you. It's not funny no more, is it? You feel me? Yeah, I said, of course we be doing too much. Of course we making white people feel uncomfortable. We always gonna make you feel uncomfortable when we stand in our rights. I said, see them same rights that you exercise that you got, they don't like that. Like, nah, nah, see, because y'all taking it too far. I said, well, y'all was doing the same thing. I said, nah, you can't handle what you're dishing out. That's the problem. You can't handle what somebody giving you. You don't laugh at dead black people. I said, well, now people laughing at y'all dying. See, it's not funny, is it? See, y'all can't handle what y'all dishing out. You feel me? That ain't funny no more. That's why I said nowadays I don't argue with people over it, man. People still agree with it, still don't. People extreme conservative. I don't care about none of that, man. You know what I tell people? Don't let your politics get you whooped. Don't let them get you whooped. Because with me, it will. I don't care what side you for, man. I don't care. I got tired of hearing all of it. That's why I said I stopped doing the liberal stuff, stopped doing the conservative stuff. I said I don't like none of y'all. I said I think y'all all are the worst people. The US people are some of the worst people in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't want to argue with y'all. I don't have time for it. Yeah, she got shot by a black cop. I said, yeah, remember protect the blue, like y'all said. Yep, the blue gave her an order. She ain't listen. What popped her? It's the same stuff. That's why I said, you know what the problem is? I said left or right. Y'all niggas are annoying. That's the problem. I said, you know what y'all ain't, man? A bunch of fanatics. Now y'all see why I say I don't like fanboys. I can't stand those. Freaking fanboys, man. It's trying to start stuff. Just doing the most. So that's why I said, like, man, that stuff around that time, man, it was just not fun. People don't know what you had to deal with and go through with that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell people, man, let them talk. They don't know. It's the same type of stuff I let people speak on when it come to speaking on Diddy. You know what I'm saying? People speak on Pastor Dog. Y'all niggas don't know Pastor Dog. Y'all ain't never been there. Dude wouldn't want to know you, man. I don't want to know his son. Don't even want to know you even more. I don't like none of y'all Negroes like that. I don't know why y'all even came over that y'all was cool with me. Y'all not cool. I don't know y'all. I don't owe y'all. I don't know y'all. Don't want to. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you gotta learn to let them talk. They wasn't there. They don't know nothing. So why am I gonna argue with an idiot? They don't know nothing. You know what I tell people, man? Do something about it. You feel me? Kept telling them white people, well, I thought right. Well, then nigga, go do something about it. Why y'all sitting there talking? Y'all ain't gonna do nothing. You just gonna sit there and run your mouth. And that show you right there that people don't be with it. They just like to run their mouth. I said, I'm not a person that run my mouth. And I'm all, again, if we gonna do something, let's do something. That's why I said you talking, man, is not gonna prove your point. It ain't gonna make me respect you more. That's just make me disrespect you. That's why I said I'm like, I realized I had a story to tell, you know what I'm saying? So I told him, I'm still telling him. So people are understanding like kind of where you're coming from and what you're saying. Even if they couldn't understand at first, they kind of know now, you know what I mean? And I don't expect everybody to know to the fullest extent like me, because again, you're not me. You're not the same person. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, man, the long term effects, man, like I said, it's 6 years, but you still deal with it in a way, you know what I'm saying? That's why I said people can make you a little nervous. It's like when you see people's body moving, body language and stuff. It's like what you moving all funny like that for? What you coming off silly for? What you acting like that for? You feel me? That's why I be trying to tell nigga like, bro, don't be running up on me, man. Don't do that stuff. I like, bro, because I have to do something to you because I don't know what your intentions are. I don't know you. I don't even like you. So I'm like, I don't even know you. Like, trying to tell fools, man, they be trying to come off funny and stuff. Yep, in a way. That's what I'm saying. Like after you get shot, you do kind of have PTSD for a little bit. You do kind of go through that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like a military veteran, so that's why I never would talk about it because I'm like, well, it ain't like theirs. I feel like I'm doing a disservice talking my mind. You feel me? But whether it is or whether it ain't, you still got it. You still deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you do have PTSD after that. Because like I said, the physical trauma is gone, but the mental scarring is still there. You know what I'm saying? Just like somebody that got assaulted as a child. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course they grown now, but I'm like, but that the memories are still there. You know what I'm saying? Like just because the physical damage might not be there, don't mean that the mental ain't. You know what I'm saying? I said, but you be trying to tell them, man. You be trying to tell these old little wannabe patriotic little white boys, man. Like you ain't gonna go over and just kill everything like you think. You know what I'm saying? You got an enemy that can shoot back and fight back too. And then when they go over there and realize that them Arabs, whoever they over there trying to harass, goes and kills them, and it's not funny. See? Then what do they do? They come back because then, like I said in the movies, they make it look glorious with the this old patriotic French horns. Like, no, it don't work like it, bro. It don't work like it. And then, like I said, they could when they get over there, there's no music. There's no music. It's silence. It's just gunfire, silence. You know what I'm saying? And then when you see a bullet just flew past your head like that, see, then you realize, oh man, I could have died. Then guess what happened? Another one, another one. It's too fast to react. That's why they be standing there in shock, like, because they don't even know. And then when you standing right next to your army man's and you see him get his brains blown out, you see them get blown up, you realize it ain't what you thought. See, it ain't cool like you thought it was. And then guess what happened? Well, guess what happened? They come back and they twitching. Just then they twitching. They got episodes. You know what I'm saying? They acting crazy. Because again, they thought it was gonna be sweet. Like they're like, no, bro, it ain't what you think. Being around gunfire or getting shot, man, they can do that to you. That's what I'm trying to. That's why a lot of them come back messed up. They never got shot, but they was always around it, and they come back and it messes them up. You feel me? That's why they snap and they be going into full rider mode. You know what I'm saying? Because again, they so used to being like that that they weren't like that at first. They just thought I'm gonna go over and just kill people, and they realize they come back and now they jumping up, having night terrors. You feel me? Now I never had none to that extent, but I would kind of have like a little something. You feel me? Like, what's up, Canadian friend? What's good with you? Mm. Yeah, you can definitely get changed, man, by that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get changed by that type of stuff. You feel me? So that's why I said like just experiencing things like that. Um, it did. I'm good. How are you? As I said, man, it can't mess with your mental. You know what I'm saying? I had to deal with my mental for a minute. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said I told you. I was dealing with a lot of anger, man. I was mad, man. I was mad all the time. Stuff like that can't make you mad. You feel me? That's why I be trying to tell people. I said, in the end, you supposed to forgive people, but I said, but the people be telling you that they ain't never been through nothing. They ain't never had somebody do them like this. So of course, it's easier said than done. You know what I'm saying? That's why God had to write in the word, man. Because again, when when you going off of you again, when somebody do something to you, it's not just they stole your drink. You know what I'm saying? Are they threw they dogs crap on your line. It's like, nah, man, somebody try to take your life. It is very hard to look past that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I try to tell niggas if you ain't never been through nothing, shut up, dude. You don't even know what somebody going through. Somebody say something hurt their feelings, they already mad, and then they feelings won't get you back. I said, you don't even know what it's like somebody try to take your life, dude. It's very hard to sit across the table from your would-be killer. You know what I'm saying? Imagine a mother has to sit across the stand and watch her son's killer. And has to sit right there and just she gotta choose to forgive him. She gotta choose to let it go. Stuff is not as easy as you think, dude. That's why I tell people, I said, y'all be trying to be deep. I said until something happened to y'all not quick to speak. You're not quick to be in them same forgiving methods that you was telling people. Oh, hey, what's good? What's happening with y'all? What's up, man? Your neighbor, what? What? Uh-uh. Your neighbor stabbed you. Wait, hold on, bro. When was this? Was in Canada? Because I thought Canada was friendly. I might change my mind now. I might not come back. I don't need to relive no more PTSD. Like I said, I let the fact that somebody shot me let it go. I let it go. But somebody try to shank me, I'm gonna have to kill you. I'm not letting that go. I ain't letting that go. You ain't about to stab me and then you gonna get away. Nah. Cause see, a bullet, you can be across the street, somebody can hit you. I said, but a shank, somebody has to walk up on you. That means you have. That's why I really think that's the real definition of attempted murder. Because you knew you had to go up close on a person. That's personal. That's why most people will tell you they like to stab people more because stabbing is personal. That's more like a personal thing. A lot of people don't got the guts to go stab somebody because again, it's up close. You know what I mean? I said, boy, I said, nah, you try to shank me, I'm just gonna have to kill you. I ain't letting that go. Like nigga try to stab me, nah, man. I said the gunshot I can forgive, but the stab, nah. I said, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and send you to your maker. I don't play that type. So how y'all doing? Good. I said, but I don't be playing that stuff, man. That stuff crazy. You feel me? Then you gonna get away with try to shanking a nigga? Absolutely not. That's crazy. Well, thank God you still here. Dang, I thought I had it bad. You know what I'm saying? Hey, not even. Hey, Daddy got stabbed once. You got stabbed 6 times. That's crazy. Hey, you more OG. You more OG than the regular G's. It's crazy. Yeah, that she broke in my home. She used glass to come at me. I had to fight her off and drunk. That's crazy. Dang. Welcome to the club, baby girl. Welcome to the club. At the traumatization club, where you can only get in membership if you've been traumatized like us. I'm taking members if any of y'all have the same story. Get off. That's crazy though. But people, that's why I said people really be doing some ill will. And that's why I said you got to sit there across from them and look at them and be like, I chose to be good. Feel me? That's what Daddy said, man. He ran into the guy that stabbed him in prison. And he said he could have got him back right there. He said, but he just got saved. He changed life around. And he told me, he said, I had to forgive dude. He said, because I really wanted to get him. He said, I really wanted to get him. Because again, when you standing right there with the person that did it, you thinking like, oh yeah, it's wreck time. I'm about to get you. You feel me? But you another side of you come over, it's just like, you know what, man, I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna go and forgive him. Because I said if I beat you, I'm gonna feel better. But I'm like, it ain't really gonna solve the issue. I mean, I know you got your issue, but it ain't really gonna stop nothing. So I'm like, can I just beat him up and then say I forgive? You know what I'm saying? Like, I got it all out. It's all off the table. I'm like, look, I forgive. I ain't in my feelings no more. I said, I hit homie with the 2 piece and the biscuit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's good now, man. We shake hands. If he can't shake his hand after I'm done with him, you know what I'm saying? I said, "Hey, if it make it feel bad, I'll come by prison and visit him every now and then. Like, what's up, man? You want some Popeyes, bro? I ain't gonna give you no beverage with the biscuit, but you know what? I still love you, homie. Feed him 3 Popeye biscuits, no bev, boy. That's a death sentence. When they say I sentence you to death, that's what they're gonna start doing on the execution road. 5 Popeye biscuits, no beverage. Mm, that's crazy. But yeah, some stuff you gotta learn to just kind of let it go. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's what I'm saying. Like that's how I kind of look at my situation. 'Cause I said, because I was right. I gotta understand, man. In Louisville, man, where we come from, retaliation is a must. That's why I'm trying to. That's why the crime is so high because everybody get back game. That's really what it is. Like, oh, you got my people, I'm gonna get yours. Oh, you shot me, I'm gonna shoot you. Oh, you killed one of mine, I'm gonna kill one of yours. That's how it was. That's how it really is in Louisville, man. That's why the warfare is so bad there because everybody's tit for tat, man. That's how everything is nowadays. You feel me? And so I was like, we in a pandemic, an epidemic. That's when the shiesties first came to play. Everybody started wearing the shiesties because again, it was the pandemic time, so people were wearing masks and they was wearing shiesties. So it was hard to solve the crime because everybody kept wearing those, man. It was hard because everybody, when you blend in the crowd where everybody got those, nobody knows it was you. I said, me and my people could have easily got dude. You feel me? That's why I try to tell you. I said, bro, we cool, but I had many groups I was associated with at that time. That's why I try to tell you. I was never a gang member, but I knew them. That's why I said, bro, my mama side of the family's gangster than him. You feel me? I said, bro, if my friends them's gangster, I know people like this. That's why people was looking at me. They was like, hey man, what's going on? Like, hey, what's up? You know, because people be like, hey, what we doing? And I'm like, bro, I don't even know what's going on. I said, man, I ain't getting nobody wrapped up in my stuff. You feel me? Because in Louisville, if you real, man, people will ride for you. You know what I'm saying? And people know us. We real, so people will ride for you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you know what, man? I ain't even on type time. Because I said at the end of the day, I said, look what it was doing to me, man. This anger was changing me. That's why I said I changed to a whole different person. I didn't even recognize. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to tell you. I said, bro, I was doing drill rap. Yo, I was doing social injustice drill rap. If that was the first, I'm the first one, like Soldier Boy, I'm the first one, man. I was the first rapper to create social injustice drill rap. Cause I told you I was mad. I had to take out my anger on something, dude. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, it's not what you think, dude. Like, you get mad, like you get angry, dude, when that stuff happened to you. And so it has to come out in a different way. That's when I started making a lot of music. You know what I'm saying? And so I was rapping about injustices, man. I was rapping about the Republican Party, man. I was rapping about these little white boys doing what they was doing. Like, bro, I was mad, man. I had a few choice words, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, I was not a good person back then. Because again, that anger was changing me. It was changing me into somebody I didn't even realize, man. And so I remember when I told you I used to have a mouth of a sailor, it was around that time, dude. Because again, I didn't know how to vent how I was feeling. And I was so tired of people telling me how to feel. And my own people was fighting me, you know what I'm saying? White people getting on my nerves and stuff. So I was just saying anything, bro. I was angry, man. Just mad. I was putting in the drill rap. I said, Mac had to try to shoot at us and we killed him and sent it to meet his maker. And at that I had some AK-47 sounds in the background. Bro, it was cold. I still got the track. I'm gonna play it for y'all one day. Bro, I was killing the game, bro. I said, I don't mess with no cops though, but my vatos, they'll cop a kill. Yeah. I said, riding up in them black masks and they'll get you up and they'll do a drill. I was like, bro, I was had some cold raps, so I ain't gonna lie, I had some cold raps. That's why I said I wouldn't be surprised if I would have got an inbox from Chief Keef like, hey, we want to sign you. I said, yes, sir. Hey man, hey, listen here, I got some rap. But shoot, what's up? Hey, I ain't seen you in a long time. What's up with you? So bro, I was a social justice drill rapper. I was. Um growing up in South LA. Hey, I had somebody here the other day from Inglewood. Where in South LA you from? Because I think I know you. I might know you. I know you ain't the person the other day, but I think I remember you. What's up, Jose? What's good with you, man? Jose can attest to all the violence going on, man. Being in Humble Park, man. We ain't dealing with no Puerto Ricans in Louisville. We dealt with just idiots. Just idiots. But I'm good. I can't complain. Bro, that's why I said I was rapping these songs, man. Because again, it was like I needed to vent how I was feeling. You know what I'm saying? And of course, that wasn't right of me to, have a mouth of a sailor. But at the time, I'm like, bro, I was so mad. I was angry with everything, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, I didn't get no peace, man. I didn't get no peace at all, man. Whether I was up or whether I was asleep. Devil attack you while you sleep, bro. He was attacking my dreams, bro. I couldn't have no peace, man. One minute I'm dreaming about getting shot, I'm shooting somebody. The next one I'm dreaming about Diddy. So it was like I didn't have no peace, y'all. So when I would close my eyes every night, I'm not joking, y'all. I'm not exaggerating. Every single night was the same thing. It was like Groundhog Day. It was a repeat. It was like it was like a repetitive cycle of the same thing. So every night I'm going to bed, man. I'm having this dream. I go back to sleep, having this. I had multiple dreams, man, every night, and it happened for months at a time, y'all. It was obnoxious, man. That's why I said I never done drugs. I never done drugs, never drunk. But I'm surprised I didn't, because I'm like, bro, I didn't get no peace, man. No peace whatsoever, dude. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all, like, y'all don't understand, man. I can't explain to y'all if y'all ain't never been through it. You know what I'm saying? Like the ones that know is the ones that know. I said Can't really tell people who don't know, they ain't never been through it. Well, yeah, it's bad, man. You said near Inglewood. I think I remember you. Did you come in here last year? Because I think I remember somebody that was from, I would make jokes about Inglewood. Well, I said I got check in with y'all if I come out there. I think it's you. It might be you. I can't remember. Because somebody here came in here from Inglewood yesterday. And I was like, yeah, somebody in here was from Inglewood too, man. You know what I'm saying? I say, hey, if I come out there with the Inglewood families, can y'all protect me, please? Please. Mm. But but yeah, man, I was different. Oh, wasn't you? Okay, it was somebody else. Well, shout out to Inglewood, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still live over? That's why I said, like, man, I was going through so much at that time. It was damaging me, man. It was tearing me up. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, what do you do when you don't smoke and you don't drink and you praying and feel like stuff ain't working? I'm like, what do you do? Feel me? Like, it was traumatizing. That's what I try to tell you, bro. It was traumatizing because I was just going through so much at the time. I was tired, man. I was tired of just hanging all the time and fighting all the time. That's why I felt good to not fight. That's why I live in San Antonio. I ain't got to fight. I ain't got to stress out. I ain't got to worry about nothing. It feels good to live life, man, after 6 years of this crap. You feel me? Like, so that's why I said, we still take a stand on what we believe, but I said, I'm not going to no extreme nothing no more. You feel me? That's why I tell people, I said, you can do it for me too. You feel me? It's crazy. I'm just like, I just want to have peace in my life. You know what I'm saying? And I said, I knew peace was changing my surroundings. And I said, if I keep living in the city, man, I ain't gonna have it. Like, that's why I moved and came here. You know what I'm saying? To where, like I said, at first I was looking at little dirty, dingy, dusty trees, and I look what I'm looking at. See? Palm trees every day. See? Living in a nice area, man. See, I get to see this every day. Beautiful. Like something out of Florida, California, you feel me? I said, I get to come out here every day, man, and experience that. You know what I'm saying? I never thought I was gonna do that. I almost didn't live past 25, man. I got shot around 25. I could have got killed that year. Months before that, man, some little Negroes walked up on us with guns, man, in front of the church. You know what I'm saying? So it was already about to be a war over nothing. If I didn't get shot at that time, I would have got shot around that time because the Negroes try to walk up and shoot us, bro, trying to check us in on the block. Walking up and sizing us up on church grounds, man. Because I know me, man. I'm very defined when it comes to niggas. I don't like them. You feel me? And we would have had a shootout right there, bro. If I had mine on mine, we would have had a shootout right there. It was just tiring, bro. You know what I'm saying? Get off me. Are you still live here? Okay. What's it like over there, man? Because I be seeing them on TV. What's it like over in Inglewood? Take homeopathic herbs. What is that? Hold on. Do they sell those in the grocery store? Can I go to Kroger and get them? I'm 31. 31 years old. Wait, I met you and your family when y'all came to LA for the conference. Wait, I think I know you. Wait. Because that was somebody from California, man. Well, of course, we was in California. Everybody from California. I think I remember. I don't know. I might remember you. I don't know. I have a terrible memory sometimes. Yeah, I'm trying to remember because I've seen a lot of faces and been a lot of places. So I probably won't remember what you look like. You ain't got no picture profile. So for now, I'm just gonna imagine you look like this. So if you look like this, I've seen you plenty of times. You over here. So I'm imagining you so beautiful. Because we did have some fine women that came to the conference out there. Because they kept trying to say this, hey, single women here. I said, no, 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 I'm good. One of the homies saw a woman. He said, one of the homies seen a woman there with her mama. Now she had three daughters. And he was hollering at her from the car. He said, he said, all your daughters look amazing. I said, bro, that's your best pickup line. I said, daggone nigga. Like, oh my gosh. I was like, hey, we're not affiliated with him. I said, when people say they watch Pastor Darby, we're not affiliated with people like him. That brother ain't got no game. Ain't got no game. He said, all your daughters are what did he say? All your daughters look amazing. I said, that's your best comeback line? Brother was in California. We was in a parking lot. I said, homie, that's your best pickup line. I don't think they wanted him. They trying to look at me. I said, see, that's probably why they want to come talk to me because Buddy sucked. I said, bro, you dude was like 4'11". I said, cuz that's your best. Buddy looked like a fun size Ja Rule. I said, bro, why did you do that? Why did you do that? I saw that, bro. I started laughing. I turned my head. I was like, see this nigga right here, man. Like, see, that's the stuff I be talking about. We need Bill Cosby to teach the youngsters. Well, no, we don't, because I forgot. Bill Cosby's not a good representation. No, we need somebody that's a good black advocate to teach the youngsters about the game. That food smells good. I'm so hungry. Damn, I'm hungry. And it was so expensive now. I'm a college over there. Oh yeah, it's crazy. Bro, he was like 4'11", man, like 4'11", good five. He was 5'1" on a good day. I said, I said, bro. He said that. I said, that's your best game. I said, that's the best comeback you got. I was like, oh my gosh, bro. Maybe he thought women in California are stupid. I said, no, brother. Women in California are not stupid. And especially if they come into a conference like this, they everything but stupid. Like, I said, you better stop for they gang banging brothers come over here and do something to you, bro. You definitely can't take the DP they gonna give you. You better shut up. I said, you know what? I know we not affiliated, but I was about to run up to some gang members like, can y'all DP him for me? He needs to know those things you just don't say. He needs to know there's certain stuff you don't say. You feel me? He said, all your daughters look beautiful. I was like, not a specific one. And then he ran to the mama. I said, bro, the daughters are there. Don't run to the mama. You don't do stuff like that. You know why? He was a mama's boy. Makes sense. But it was like, if I can't get the daughters, I'm gonna score with the mama. Hey, bro, it's crazy. That was. I know what y'all women be meaning now, man. Y'all black women be talking about these dudes be crazy. Yeah, y'all right. If that's their best pickup line, they be like, "All you and your friends is hot." Why would you say that? That's why I said, Daddy. Since Daddy kept trying to hook me up at the conference, I said, Daddy, go hook him up at the conference. He needs help. He needs help. I said, that's his best punchline, man. I was like, dang. I said, hey, that couldn't be me. That couldn't be me. Ladies, I've never used that pickup line. Steve Jr. would never use that pickup line. I'm trying to imagine if I would ever say something like that. Like, hey, your daughters are fine. Who would say that? Like, daughters are standing right there. Why can't you just say something to them? You thought they mama was gonna speak for them? I think dudes be thinking that the black mama gonna speak for her black daughter. They don't work like that, dude. Like that does not work like that. This ain't no arranged marriage because we are not Indian. It don't work like that. What's okay? What's good with you? Like, all the good people coming from the past is coming here. I ain't seen y'all in a good minute. See, I've always had games, so I know how it goes. I never had to say that. Never had to say God said. Never had to say my daddy's a pastor. Never had to say my name. Never had to say cringy lines like that, bro. I've always just been cool with it. I've been smooth with it. So I was like, "Hey, what's up, baby girl? What's up with you, man?" You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I noticed I've been seeing you around lately. I said, yeah, hopefully I see you again sometime soon. He's like, yeah, they're like, yeah, I'm up here all the time. You know what I hit him with? So you got Instagram? That's how it works. Hey, follow me on IG. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be like, y'all do music. They be, oh, I love music. I say, yeah, follow me on IG so you can see me do it. That's how I get them. I ain't never say, hey, girl, your mama said that you single. I ain't never did that. That is so weird. Gosh, man. People weird. Okay, good. I know I drive. I said, you know what's worse? You know what hurts worse than getting shot? Shooting your shot and getting rejected, getting shot down. Yo, that's why they say love hurts worse than a bullet. It does. I can attest to that. I got shot before. Love hurts worse. I'm trying to tell you. It's something about it that just feels bad when I mean, I never really like shot my shot and got shot down. It's more like if you make something work with somebody and then like, what I'm saying, don't work out or something. But like when you shoot your shot with cringy stuff like that, it feels like somebody just did that. Just sniped you. Like, buddy, you really tried to do it. I'm just like, it hurts worse watching somebody get shot down than you actually getting shot down. Cause I'd be in embarrassed. Oh, 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 oh. I said, oh, girl, you had to do him like that. Dang, he wasn't ready. No, like, no, he wasn't ready. No, he wasn't ready, baby. He wasn't well seasoned, baby. He didn't know that. Come on, baby. Lord, bless his heart. He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. The baby boy didn't know what he was saying, man. Come on, spare him. Like, stop kicking him down, girl. He's already dead. He's already dead. I said, how many times can she kick you down? She's gonna keep beating her brother. I said, dang, man, like you don't have to do them like that. But I know why, because they come with this whole cringy game, bro. That's sad. That's sad. I know, man. Yeah, I tried to tell a brother. I said, yeah. I said, look, I thought I was bad because I had a bullet in me. Ain't no pain worse than rejection. Rejection so serious it turns deadly. Niggas won't kill y'all now because I said no. It's never valid. You should never do that. But you can understand kind of why they would, because it hurts pride. I heard a Negro pride when they think they all that. They think they God's gift to women, and then they realize they not. Now they gonna have to shoot you down because you hurting their pride. Now you a Jezebel. You a wicked witch of the west. You know what I'm saying? They want to call you every name in the book because he can't believe that his little game didn't work. That's why girls be hitting when like, boy, your game is shorter than your peckerwood. Like your game is shorter than your little peckerwood. Yeah. Mm. Like, hey, what's the difference between you and the Ark of the Covenant from back then in Jerusalem? What? They both have never been touched. The only difference is one is worth something. Oh, look at this little wannabe Ark of the Covenant boy walking around here. And y'all see why men get so violent with him when y'all say no. Y'all hurting his game. But nah, that's why I said, you know how I learned to deal with trauma? I learned to start laughing. That's why I started laughing when I got shot because I'm just like, it's funny. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff I would just laugh at because I'm just like, I mean, it's nothing you can do to help it. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like my boy said that he was like, he said, I know it sounds messed up. He said, but my whole life I've been taught to cope with trauma. So he was like, hold on, where I know you from? Do I know you from somewhere, Luna? Why you say Looney? How you say your name? Lunia, what's that? Looney Tunes? How you say your name? Luna Tiene? Is that Italian? You got some Italian in your blood, mommy. I could swear I know y'all, man, but I think y'all be changing y'all name that big. But my homie said that he was like, he said the way I would cope with stuff, he said I would just laugh. He said one of my friends that was one of the friends' wives or whatever, our friends' husbands. He said I knew him. He's cool with stuff. He said, "Yo, I literally went to the funeral, and he said I saw him in a casket, and he was like, he said I just started. He said I started kind of covering my laugh and stuff. He said I wasn't laughing to be disrespectful. He said that's just the way I would cope with trauma. So whenever something happened, he would laugh about it. You know what I'm saying? Lunia, is it Lanaya? Lanaya, Lunar, lunatic. Is that how you say it? Lunatic? Is that the word in the Bible where they were saying the boy was a lunatic, throwing himself in the fire and the water? Lunar sound like some moon phrases. I know that girl. I used to work with her. It's like she's taken now. Yeah, I'm an old rejected dude. When will it be my turn? Yeah, I might know you from somewhere. I think I don't know. I don't know. I thought your name said Looney Tunes far back because far back y'all words are so small. So like I said, it's Looney Tunes. So I was about to do that. That's all, folks. As a pig, I'm very dirty and should not be touched by humankind. He's like, and what's up, Thought? What's up, you Thought? Nah, look at Steve hurting his people's feelings. I shouldn't call y'all those words. Y'all people too. I'm so hungry. I need food like pronto. Mm, yeah, but I don't know, man. That's why I said like y'all see how I laugh. I laugh psychotically. Then I'm just like I make jokes. That's how I deal with stuff. You know what I'm saying? There was times where I'd be raging mad and I'll still start like laughing. You know what I'm saying? Like knucklehead. I would have like this Joker laugh. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I'm not about to sit right here and just cry because I'm in my feelings. I'm like, bro, like I need to punch something. I need to laugh about something. That's how I was. It was like a mixture of like being mad and laughing at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I said I dealt with a lot of stuff, man. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. So like I said, y'all silly. But you do get changed by a lot of stuff like that, man. It does change. So, it's not that you want to be angry or be violent or nothing. It's just when you come from a lifestyle like that, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how it was. Having to always live on edge, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I said coming to San Antonio, I don't have to live like that no more. But I'm not stupid. I still keep my guard up because I'm just like, people crazy everywhere. You feel me? That's why I said that taught me getting shot, taught me like the do's and don'ts. So now when I'm with a woman, I make sure she don't walk close to the street. I don't go nowhere without my woman, without my Glock. Like, I don't like, no, because I'm not gonna be held up in a situation. That's every man's worst fear is being held up in a situation with his wife or his woman or his family, and he can't protect them. And somebody sitting there violating them and disrespecting them and beating your wife, and you can't do nothing. Like, that's every man's worst fear. You being helpless. You know what I'm saying? So now I'll make sure I don't put myself in a position where that's gonna happen. Because you best believe if I'm somewhere with my woman and somebody disrespect us and then they gonna put their hands on us, I'm killing you. I'm just gonna kill you. I don't have sympathy for you. I'm just gonna kill you dead. Like right there. And your little accomplices, I'm killing them dead too. I ain't got nothing to say to y'all. I ain't got nothing to say to y'all at all. I'm praying for you, Steve Trauma. Things difficult. Yeah, I mean it can be. I mean, it's not as bad as it used to be, but you have your days. You know what I'm saying? Just like people that was on drugs, like I said, they had their moments where it was hard to relapse, or whatever. It was like trying not to relapse. And then they have their days where they kind of like, oh, yeah, it kind of might bother them. That's kind of how it is with me. Like, I have my days where it's extreme and then days where it's like, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. I get it on the edge. I'm from St. Louis. Oh, Jesus. Not St. Louis. That's the one place I know that's worse than Louisville. My goodness. Move. If you live in St. Louis, please move out there. Please don't live there. That is not a spot for humans, humankind. But that's why I said Louisville wasn't that far off either. Like, bro, Louisville was kind of the same. Like, living in Louisville, man, it's almost the same as St. Louis. It's not as bad, but it's not as bad by a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just by a little bit. Because again, Louisville's a very dangerous place, man. You know what I'm saying? When people don't have care in the world, they ain't got God. They just do whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I told you at that time. Y'all heard me allude to the Grim Reaper, right? I said, bro, at that time, it's like the Grim Reaper just came in Louisville, man. I'm not even telling you. Grim Reaper came in there and took souls, man. Everybody was dying, bro. It's like everybody, like, bro, Louisville was filled with so much death. I ain't never seen it like that before, man. The year that Daddy died, 2017, Louisville was the most violent it ever was, man. And he was preaching on that because it was the most violent. 2020 came, it was the most violent. Every year it goes up. It just gets worse and worse, man. It's like the Grim Reaper's vacation home, dog. Like he stays there just taking souls every day. It's crazy, dude. I'm sad. You know what I'm saying? So being on edge, living there, man, I'm telling you, like you gotta have a. That's why I said coming from Louisville, man, you can't be soft. They look at you as food, bro. They looking to eat. You feel me? So if you soft, they gonna run you over. They gonna do stuff to you. They gonna harass you, rob you, take your stuff. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be strong out there, man. You know what I'm saying? And don't think you're gonna rely on the police because they don't get there till like 2 days after the crime. They don't care about nothing. They be the ones doing stuff too. Louisville has a very corrupt police system. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we was out there talking about them back then. Because again, it wasn't that we just didn't like police. It was like they was corrupt, bro. The FBI was investigating these niggas. They was doing stuff all the time. Bro, they was messing with the youth. They was messing with the kids, you know what I'm saying? They was harassing people. They was sexually assaulting drunk women. Like they was doing all type of stuff. You feel me? So we was out there saying what we had to say because like they was out there doing stuff, man. They was so bad. I told you the FBI had to come in there and swoop in and take them down, dude. They was just doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they was out there getting beat up out of civilians, man. That's why people was out there just doing stuff to them. And around that time, they thought they was sweet because again, they thought they was gonna just harass everybody out there. And they tried to harass this black dude. He shot two of them. He shot both of them because they was out there doing stuff. I'm talking about y'all. It was bad out there, man. Like people wasn't going for nothing, man. People don't be playing with them. So that's why I tell you, I said, bro, coming from that was the one time again, man. That's always like a time in history where black people unified. You feel me? And that was the one time where we always unifying with each other. You feel me? Dudes was coming out there with 800 round clip, Dracos, you know what I'm saying? Like that was the first time we wasn't really fighting each other. We was actually having like some common ground and some peace, you know what I'm saying? Like we was actually cooler. And that's what they don't like, man. That's why they don't like it unity. That's why they want to keep us involved with the Blood and Crip War. And the Inglewood family versus Crenshaw Mafia and versus the Rolling 60s. And you know what I'm saying? Stupid stuff like people just they always keep us fighting, man. Because they know what happens when we unify. See, when our Dracos is used against y'all, they don't like it. That's why when the black Muslims came in town, they came into town with their AK-47s and they sniper rifles and they shotguns and AR-15s. So they ain't like that. Because it wasn't being used on us. It was being used against them. See, they ain't like that stuff. That's why I said, man, I said, hey, shout out to the Inglewoods, man. Shout out to the Crenshaw Mafia. Shout out to Rolling 60s, man. Shout out to the Rolling 20s. Shout out to all of them, man. You feel me? Because I said in a little bit, we gonna need y'all. I ain't against y'all being affiliated. I'm not against no affiliation, dude, because that stuff was meant for protecting us at first. Y'all just need to get back on track. You feel me? Like I said, man, RP to Nipsey Hussle, man, RP to Indian Red Boy, RP and all of them, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't think nobody should be getting killed over a turf war. I think it's crazy. Go deeper than that. It's not just about that, but when y'all can put the root man, you know what I'm saying? Like this will definitely be a mighty movement. You feel me? Because I said as much as these white people think they're gonna go back to hanging Negroes, you have any idea how many GDs are in the world? You have any idea how many Crips there are? Well, Crips is one of the largest African American gangs of all time. There is no way you're gonna get us all. It's like you're not doing it. You are not doing it. It's something about the power of a shiesty. When a Negro put that on, boy, please. Them is John Wicks. You are not stopping them. Come on, dude. That's why I said y'all don't know, man. Y'all don't know. That's why I said I'm not against them, man. I just want them to understand, man. There's a war that's coming that they need to learn how to fight, man. Stop fighting each other. You feel me? That's why I like a lot of like when you see YG does um a lot of unifying, you know what I'm saying? Like even though he's a blood, he unifies a lot of Crips, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of them is learning the bigger picture and the bigger program because they realize there's a bigger enemy than just them. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We steady fighting each other, man, and fight one side versus the other, and red versus blue. And that's why I said, do you know all people are doing in the street? They fighting red versus blue. Those are blood and Crips in the street. And then you go to politics with the red and blue. You got blood Democrats, and then you got Crip Republicans. Like, bro, it's they just gave up the gang wars for the politic wars. You got blood and Crips in there too, because they one side red, the other side blue. Everybody doing this, man. You know what I'm saying? I think people are starting to wake up and realize, like, man, this is just getting too extreme. Like, it shouldn't really have to come to this. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said I'm not against people being gang affiliated. I'm against what they stand for and represent. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a lot of dudes that's motorcycle gang affiliated, but they go around getting pedophiles. They go around, looking out for the children. You know what I'm saying? Policing their community. That's what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said people just don't know, man. They have no idea. Police was crazy. And I said that's one of the reasons why the gangs formed in the first place to get us away from you niggas. Told you, man, the U.S. Marshals is the oldest police force in the United States, man. They've been up since I think it was George Washington time. I think one of them presidents, whatever, like long time ago. And they was pretty much tasked with rounding up runaway slaves, dude. That's really what it was. The U.S. Marshals is still a thing to this day. That's the oldest police force we got. So that's why I said don't get them to under like, bro, y'all niggas are the oldest gang of all time. Y'all been doing stuff. I know black folk do a lot of stuff, but we are not gonna pass up what y'all white folk be doing. We are not passing that up. That's why I said if y'all think it's gonna go back to this time where y'all think y'all gonna go back to just lynching and beating people, y'all do know niggas will kill everybody, right? Y'all do know they'll kill everybody. You know who the biggest problem for them is gonna be in this war? Other white people. What they don't tell you is that, bro, other white people don't like other white people either. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said it feels good to sit back and have to not do nothing and look at them war with each other. I'm a spectator now. I just spectate what's going on. And I'm just like, you know what? I put in my time. I put in my shirt. I'm retired, bro. I'm retired. Let them handle it the way they want to handle it. Let them say whatever they want to say. You know what I'm saying? As I said, I seen a video where it said the BLM was fighting the Proud Boys. You couldn't tell who was who because they was all white. You couldn't tell who was who. And I said, see, when it says brother turn on brother, father turn against son, that's what's going on right there. It wasn't just talking about us, talking about them. It's like, there's a reason why the Civil War was the bloodiest American war of all time, which I find that crazy. I wonder why that was the bloodiest war. Yeah, because y'all sure wasn't giving up Negroes. Y'all sure wasn't. That show where your heart is. See how hard they fight for that? If only y'all fought that hard to stay off that fentanyl. Boy, I wish y'all sure fought that hard for that. Fought that hard to stay off them drugs. I wish y'all fought hard enough to stay off them children that y'all keep messing with. You keep getting caught with. I love how y'all fight on a slave, but you won't fight to get clean. I love how y'all You know what I'm saying? Have you ever noticed that? That's crazy. That's why I said I ain't doing nothing. As I said, I'll say my piece, I'll say my words, I'm spectating. And when I'm overseas in Italy eating cheese, got my feet plopped up on the beach, I'm gonna let y'all handle it. Because when we was doing our movement, right, this is a good point. That's why I said when we was doing our movement, we was they was out there not caring. They want to go party and go overseas and go have fun, mess up everything. And now it's my turn to go overseas and do what I want to do. And now you can have your little America or your little war or whatever you think it is, whatever. As I said, I'm a well-seasoned veteran. I done did my time. Now it's time you do yours. And don't just think I'm telling nothing to do. I told the left side that too. I said, since y'all the main ones running your mouth talking and then y'all want a proof point, make sure y'all do the same thing. Because I'm like, I did what I had to. I took a bullet for the cause. I put my life on the line. A lot of people did. Now it's time for y'all to do it. If that's how serious you feel, go do something about it. Don't call me. I see you eating wine and cheeses. Now I don't drink wine, but I said, but you know what? I'm gonna have a wine cellar somewhere where I can sell it. I'm looking at purses in a vineyard. I said, boy, please. My name ain't Stephen Darby no more, boy. My name is Stefano Romano, nigga. I'm Italian. What you talking about? Me, I know a Darby. Never been a Darby in my life. Ever seen a you. I just be out here with my herbs and the spices and my cheeses and my wines. Little nigga up from nowhere. I'm like, hey, you don't. Hey, capiche? Scoot out, my Negro. I don't know you. You making me mad. I would have took my fake mask. Hey, beat it, Negro. I'm incognito right now. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here before I feed some chocolate. Get out of here. Because Italy, I want to sit on the 7 hills. 7 hills away from 7 Negroes. It could be anywhere. I don't care where it is. I've been trying to go to Italy for the longest. That's on my first to go list. Y'all take care. You take care. I get tired of this, man. That's why I said, like, no, I done did my fight. I done did that. I was supposed to be doing a lot of traveling back in 2020. Because that's, that's when the pandemic that came in and the tickets was cheap. So tickets all over the world were cheap, man. Because again, traveling was cheap because nobody wanted to really travel. You know what I'm saying? It was cheap. And then the pandemic came in. I went to Costa Rica in 2021. That's the last time I've been out the United States. So I'm 5 years overdue for a trip. So that's why I'm like, nope, I am about to do that. Bro, what does that smell? Dang, it stink. Oh, it's like dog duty. Dang, dog stink. I said, man, I'm about to travel, go do stuff. And I'm about to do that again now. That's why I'm like, nope, I'm tired. That's why I said I'm tired of this old regular channel. We got 2 months to July. I ain't doing this little raggedy channel no more. I don't want to talk to a lot of yous no more. I don't want to mention none of y'all like that. I said, bro, I'm about to be on another wave. I'm already on another wave doing something else. I love San Antonio, but boy, San Antonio is not the only place I can be at. At the same time, boy, please, I can go anywhere in the world I want to. I can work from anywhere in the world. I can do whatever I want to. I can do music all over the world. That's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So I had to go through those different times, man, to understand that now. You know what I'm saying? Just a 31-year-old man enjoying my life, loving my life, living my life, and just doing what I want to in life. So that's why I had to tell these all little sensitive fish face freaks that came over here. You ain't supposed to be celebrating. It's not biblical to celebrate birthday. Negro, shut up. And neither is it biblical to almost die at 25 years old. I said I'm celebrating my years because I almost died at 25. Stupid. Along with 3 other times within 10 years. Dummy. I say, yep, I noticed the main Negroes in people's comments now, they show was not out there helping not a Negro. Well, not there helping nobody. Too busy being spiritually weird on the internet. While your people out there getting beat, getting stomped out, you hiding behind us. That's why I said it's coming a day, y'all, where see, if we get it, you all getting it. So for you little spiritually weird black Negroes, you gonna get this too. You ain't immune from this because you love God, because you think you deep on the internet. Come over trying to be deep and technical with the way you say the Lord and the letter Y and J stuff. Like, it don't matter. It don't matter. You ain't better than nobody. And while you talking bad on Darby, you talking about us, you having white people got a rope for you, boy. That's why I said if we feel it, you gonna feel it too. You ain't hiding behind us no more. As I said, I'm not necessarily against the white people doing what they doing because I know some niggas they can go get. I know some. I would give you up an RB, and I would tell them, hey man, as long as y'all keep the good y'all leave the good black folk alone like us, we good. You want some niggas? Oh, we know some niggas you can go mess with all day. I know some. We know a lot of them. We got family members like that. We got people in the community. Like, we got people in our comments, people in our daily life that keep messing with us. We know some Negroes you can go have. That's why I said, don't be mad when y'all see white people who just they saying nigga. I said, no, some people need to get called niggas. Some of them do need that. That ain't us. That's them. You call one of them weirdos that I'm good with that. I ain't fighting for them. I don't like them. Nobody likes them. They are not people. We don't, again, there's black people and there's niggas. They ain't one of us. Hold on. Jeff left Louisville if you didn't get shot. No, I was gonna leave Louisville anyway, bro. I've been trying to get out of Louisville, which I don't understand. I was trying to get out of Louisville even when Daddy was alive. I've been to get out of Louisville since like 2010. 2010, man. I've been trying to get out that crappy city. That ain't nothing new, man. I've been over a decade, man. Over 15 years, I've been trying to get out that little wretched place. You feel me? It's just at the time I couldn't, because like I said, I was young too. And then on top of it, I didn't know about life. You know what I mean? And then we was still coming up with the ministry, so I couldn't just up and leave. You know what I mean? But that's why I said, I'm like, bro. Now I said when it got to a point where I was like, 2020, I really did want to. But then I was like, okay, 2021, it was cool. And then 2022, I said, nah, man, because Negro was trying me more than ever than that year. I said, nope. I said, mama, because I cleared it with mama first, because I let her know. I said, mama, I'm not asking. I'm getting out of here. I told her I'm getting out of here. And I said, I'm getting out of here because if I stay here one more year, I'm gonna have a homicide on my belt. I really believe that. If I stay one more year in Louisville, I'll probably kill somebody. That's how bad it was getting. People was trying you, man. They was really trying you. The block was getting shot up every week, every other week. You feel me? Negroes just sizing people up. Negroes trying to rob everybody they see. You feel me? Like, you gotta shoot them. You feel me? Because they just doing stuff. So I was like, nah, man, I ain't doing this another year. I said, nope, I'm done. I gave y'all 28 years of my life here. I'm done. Moving on. So getting shot had nothing to do with moving out of there. I've been trying to do this since 2009, 2010. This ain't nothing new. Before then, it was California. I was trying to go to California. For some reason, I had an obsession with LA. I loved LA at the time. Not no more. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, I loved LA. But I was really trying to get out. I was like, bro, I do not want to be in Kentucky. I can't stand it no more. You feel me? So it ain't nothing new, man. I told Daddy that. Daddy knew all them years. He was like, nah, you don't know what's in other cities. I said, well, I know what's here. I know what's here. Every time we watch a Heat game or we watch a New York Knicks game, my son, I said, man, see, them cities are nice. He said, you don't know nothing. You ain't been nowhere. I said, well, let me go somewhere to find out. Let me go somewhere to find out. That's when he had said it with Miami, because I said Miami was nice when LeBron played on the Heat. He said, you don't know what it is. He said it might be up the street from the dope stroll. And I said, our church is up the street from the dope stroll. Our place where we live at is up the street from the dope stroll. You are more likely to get capped in Louisville than you are Florida. I'm gonna tell you how I know that's true. I got shot in my own hometown. I didn't get shot over in Haiti. I did not get shot in Miami. Orlando, Tampa, anywhere I went, I ain't never been to Tampa, but anywhere I went at. That show you right there. Why is it that every time somebody has said something bad about other cities, Louisville proved to be that place? They was getting drug raids across the street all the time. The feds was busting everybody down there because they was doing stuff. But I was told it was Miami was the only one that was doing it. They said California broke, and so is Louisville. What you acting like Louisville got some money for? Said, nah, see, New York City, it's just, it's just too much going on. I said, so is Louisville. Everything people kept saying bad about other cities, I said, this is literally what Louisville, and Daddy started to realize that. That's why he was trying to get out of Louisville too. Yeah, back in like 2010, and then came in 2014, he was trying to get out of Louisville. He was trying to establish a ministry in Atlanta, which probably would have been no better. You know what I'm saying? But he was trying to go to Atlanta first because he didn't want to be in Louisville no more. He kept saying his ministry can't grow in Kentucky. He would have been bigger back then, faster, if he would have moved out of Louisville. But he kept staying in Louisville, which is why it took a minute for it to take off. Had it not been for YouTube and the internet, he probably wouldn't have been big. Because even he knew his ministry couldn't do nothing in Louisville. So I was saying this for a long time ago. Bro, I've been saying this for a long time. This ain't nothing new. That's why I didn't talk to a lot of women in Louisville. I definitely didn't talk to nobody that went to our church because I was like, Lord have mercy. My worst fear is being stuck here with one of y'all. Nope. I'm good. I'm good. I don't want you. You ain't even all that. You know what I'm saying? He kept trying to get me hooked up with women at conferences. No, I didn't want them. No, I'm good. Come at the end of the conference, they coming like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, how you doing? Yeah, not good for you. They definitely not doing for you. Girls over looking like a melted Milky Way bar. Like if you don't get this old bars bar, candy bar looking like ee. They're overly excited. I said, I ain't buddy sitting here talking about your daughters look nice. I'm not buddy. You know what I'm saying? I got some confidence about myself. Mm, From Orlando. Shout out to Orlando, man. Shout out to Miami. I like Miami better though. I was finna move to Miami. I said if I ever moved out of San Antonio, it would be Miami. But if I'm just gonna move to Miami, I might as well move overseas. That's my big thing now. I don't care about the United States no more. It's just it ain't all that. You know what I'm saying? I said, man, look, I don't know what it is with people with this. I don't know. Weird stuff. So I've been trying to get out of Louisville for a long time. This is nothing new, y'all. I was not happy living there. I was low key depressed. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just like, bro, I knew that my calling couldn't be done in that city, man. I'm like, I can't get my music done here. It wasn't that I didn't do no. I tried. It's just again, people there don't support other people. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares about stuff like that. You come out here, man. Everybody love music. They got all type of events and look gigs you can do. You feel me? Everybody want to hire you for your their services. Everybody want to, you know what I'm saying? Now with social media being to play, that's even bigger. You know what I'm saying? You find good quality people out here when you come to this place. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't really find that in Louisville. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, no, it's not that the rest of the world is bad. It's just that when people don't want to get out their comfort zone, that's what they do. So now that I'm out of there, I still go back every now and then. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be home. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be home. But to live there again, no, I don't want to be there. I don't want to live there no more. You feel me? Like I said, I love my family, I love my friends, but that's what we got social media for. We got FaceTime for. You feel me? I come back and see y'all every now and then. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna just stay in the city because y'all here. That's so stupid. I don't like that type of stuff, man. That's why most people don't leave because they peoples deserve. And then they destiny and their life is prolonged because they just won't move. They won't go nowhere. I don't want that to be me. You know what I mean? I was even saying that earlier. I just came back to a point I dropped and I remember. You know what I'm saying? But I said, man, when I go out of I said when I go somewhere like getting shot at, enlighten me on a lot of stuff, man. I said when I go places, I said I don't sit with my back to the door no more. You know what I'm saying? I said I always make sure the woman she sit with her back to the door, my back is faced towards the wall. So I can be looking at a threat. If there's a threat coming in here, I need to be ready to pull out the Glock. I can't see it if my back is turned. You're gonna let the that's how people run up on you while you eating. They try to run up on you, and then like I said, y'all both get robbed. You know what I'm saying? They do something to you. I'm like, nah, man. I make sure that my situational awareness is bigger. You know what I mean? And it's sad that, like I said, you have to do that, but that's how I was living in that city, bro. You don't even know, bro. It was so many times I had to cock my Glock, man, and put it on my lap while I'm driving. I had to do that a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't care who you are. Like, bro, they will hop out in traffic and rob you. They will hop out in traffic and try to do something to you. You feel me? Sometimes little YNs are fast, man. They'll come around a corner and just hairpin when you start to pull off. You feel me? They'll jump out in front of you, like, you know what I'm saying? The worst thing is you got it in the trunk or you got it in your book bag. Like, nah, man, I need this on my lap right here. You feel me? So I tell you, that's how it be, right? Okay, you have a good night. You stay safe. Y'all be careful, man. Love y'all. Some of yous. Some of yous. So yeah, man, that's how I do. So that's why I said, man, like when you've been through some things like that, you understand how it feels, And so that's why I told people, I said, you don't know how it feels till you've been through it. So that's why a lot of the Republican Party is feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like now they're starting to feel the effects of how it feels to be stereotyped and treated wrong. And you know what I'm saying? And people bash you like yeah, and people talk down on you, you know what I'm saying? Because now they realizing, like, bro, that's what y'all did to us, you know? Yeah, man. That's what they did to us. It's like, see, it don't feel good when somebody stereotype y'all, but y'all stereotype us. You know what I'm saying? It didn't feel good. It didn't feel good for us when y'all laughed at Breonna Taylor and Trayvon Martin and George Floyd, and now people laughing at y'all when it comes to Charlie Kirk. It don't feel good, do it? See? And now y'all starting to see the effects of how what y'all sowed, man, y'all reaping. You know what I'm saying? Y'all sowed so much death. You know what I'm saying? Y'all thought y'all was gonna go over and kill other people's sons, and then y'all sons like getting sent back in body bags. It's not funny. That's why I tell you, I said, bro, watch what you say and watch how you do stuff, because then you realize, like, see, it's not cool no more. So that's why I said I don't want to hear no extremism, and then I won't throw a slap of God on stuff. Like, no, no, you ain't gonna be doing that. I said, because God show wasn't in y'all throwing little George Floyd jokes. That wasn't funny. I said, but you know what? It's that's what happens when you do stuff like that. What's up, America? Trying to tell fools, I'm like, bro, you gotta watch how you handle stuff, like what you say, man. Because again, everybody's not one of your peoples. You feel me? People don't deserve to be talked to like that. I treated like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know, man. I mean, so that's why I said, man, just dealing with a lot after all these years, man. You know, dealing with a lot. You know, it's just, and then a lot of it, like I said, man. You know, when I think you have a tendency to do too much. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that's what would happen with me. Like after that incident, man, like I learned I can never like really sit still. I always got to do something, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm a hard worker, you know what I mean? So I think a lot of because I never really dealt with it, so a lot of it was coming out um, when I first moved here, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't even the fact that the breakup was even that I even cared about. It was just the fact that I guess I just couldn't deal with what I was feeling from that before. So all of my feelings got kind of suppressed. I never really let it out, you know what I'm saying? You know? And so when I would get in a situation, I noticed how quick I was to pop off. You know what I'm saying? How I was to react. And I'm like, yeah, I usually never react like that. You know what I'm saying? But I think ever since that, man, that really did change. You know what I'm saying? So I said people will never understand, man, because again, they was never there. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I tell people, man, if you feel some type of way, man, go get some help, man. It don't hurt to go talk with somebody, man, and get some love and some clarity, man, because that stuff is serious, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these military vets, man, don't not even just military vets, man. A lot of these street dudes don't. That's what they don't tell you. Like they make it look cool because they on there flexing guns and doing rap videos. They don't tell you them dudes are traumatized, man. Like we look at why they the way they are. It's like okay, they might be little devils, but when you understand what happened in their life, man, it's like, dude, they watched somebody get their brains blown out in front of them when they was like 8. No 8-year-old supposed to see that. You know what I'm saying? Imagine seeing that man blood all the time and gore and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna mess you up. Remember I told you with King Von, like, bro, King Von saw his daddy. I don't know if he saw his daddy get killed, but his daddy got killed when he was young. You feel me? That's gonna mess him up, dude. I know how I was when daddy died. Daddy wasn't murdered, he just died. So I was messed up from that. So imagine your father get killed. It's like it's gonna turn you into a savage, dude. You know what I'm saying? When you seeing all your friends, like all their friends in Chirac is dying, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? People joking on them and talking about they rolling your friends up in the blunt, smoking them. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna terrorize anybody. Like, bro, that's crazy. So it's not that people just want to be like it. Again, I do think a lot of people, man, they don't deal with a lot of their like they can get psychotic. You feel me? Because of the stuff that they've been through. You know what I mean? That's why I said, like I said, we always just say white people don't. They know that. They know that because when they little psycho killers go kill everybody, that's when they want to slap him with that psychosis. I said, so how's that any different from my blood and crip members doing what they doing? They seem to have mental illness. The only difference is that, like I said, they shoot each other. I said, y'all white people kill everything. Animals, your mamas, your daddies, other women, other people, like y'all just kill everything. They went, oh, see, he had a trouble past. Well, so did the Crip member. The Rolling 20s had an issue. Why didn't y'all say nothing about that? That's why I said I notice how when it comes to white, they won't slap a label on it. Like, okay. Yeah, I know what it's called being white. That's what it's called. Now y'all want to make up justification. I ain't never for once heard y'all take accountability for nothing. That's all. He was just having a bad day. He just lost his job. What's up? The Negro lost his job too. He snapped. Why y'all still call him a nigga? Like it don't. Y'all never seem to be fair, man. That's what I don't like, and that's why I said this is why I call niggas out because I'm like y'all unfair. Y'all be so quick to talk with y'all biased opinions, man. Like y'all just I can't stand that stuff. What were you talking about? What you talking about? I think a lot of people can relate to this. That's why I said this ain't rocket science. It's just like, bro, this is common human nature. That's why I said they keep saying because now they want to say, oh, and then now when you realize what color Jesus is, and now when the truth is coming out about what they do, oh, it's just it don't matter, and oh, it's cool. It's like, well, why wasn't it cool back in the '90s when y'all was bashing us? Why was it not cool whenever something happened with us? Y'all always got our name in y'all mouth. Now y'all want to change the narrative. It's like, nah, do that. Now they want to act like, now they want to act like it's just it's people can be people. Well, y'all didn't say that back then when it came to us. Y'all still not saying it when it come to us. You feel me? So I'm like, no, I didn't just know people are people and see, just the times I change. Like, no, it ain't that. It ain't that. That's why I'm like, nah, y'all Negroes are not gonna be hypocritical, man. I don't like people like you. And that's why I say y'all just majorly biased. That's what it is. Y'all want to choose what y'all like and don't like. Just like the other side want to choose what they like and don't like. Like, no, man, it goes all the same, dude. I said that stuff is crazy. I said, you ain't never been through nothing, man, so you don't know nothing. That's why I said, see, they was quick to talk about somebody's kids. They kept saying, y'all better get y'all kids. And then y'all kids the one doing everything. White kids raping everything, man. Y'all seen that? Now they want, that's why I said, now they be, guess who they be? Politicians' kids, cops' kids, and the judges' kids, and you know what I'm saying? People in important pieces of power. Now they want to sweep it on the rug. It's been on their child, kids being rapists, man, and coke addicts and stuff. Now they want to sweep it on the rug. And then when it come to us, they want to, oh, see, see, he did this. Say, no, see, Kamala. I bet you, I guarantee you, if Kamala had son out here doing something, they would have aired that out. Now they want to change the narrative when it's filmed. It's always see what shouldn't matter. It's like, well, it mattered to us. It mattered when it came to us. Why y'all think it don't matter now? Like that stuff is crazy. Now y'all want to. That's why I said now they want to pick and choose when stuff matters and when it don't. I said, okay, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, that's why I said and everybody got to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I said it's fine because now it's eating your life. And because y'all won't deal with the demons in y'all, I said now it's coming out with y'all drugs. Now y'all got this white devil to tell y'all to do these drugs. Oh yeah, y'all show love the cocaine. You love the cocaine, don't you? That's definitely a language y'all speak. That's why I said, but we ain't even on the cocaine because I'm like, we don't nobody care about that. That does a little something, but I don't think it does a lot of stuff. I said, compared to what's new now, oh my God, bro. As I said, we thought crack was bad. Like, boy, ain't nothing worse than this. What they got going, it's terrible. That's why I said they all be fiends and addicts and stuff, but they sit there talking about us. And I said, this obsession with black people now, and then now this obsession with Mexicans they got. I said, boy, y'all just show don't understand nothing. You see, when I go to the movies or when I go to a restaurant, you know what I'm saying? When I go to even church, wherever I go at, I ain't worried about no nigga running up in here doing nothing. I'm worried about yo boys coming up in here and doing something because they decide to have a mental crisis. Like, no, I'm worried about that. So that's why I sound like, no, I call it out how I see it. We talk about one side, we're gonna talk about both sides. That's the way I see it, dude. This old unfair biased opinion. It's like, nah, like, nah. We talk about our little Negroes, and let's talk about y'all little boys doing what they do. Let's talk about that. I said, you got everyday average Americans, man, just walking around minding their business. Some little dude who can't get some tank with his little pecker wood, he can't get laid today, so now he wants to kill everything and everybody. That's why I said I notice how a lot of these conservative weirdos, like y'all want to act like y'all preach truth and y'all for God. But I said, but why is y'all party always associated with racism? Are y'all telling me that y'all oblivious to white dudes that want to hang Negroes? Are y'all telling me y'all don't see that? They are so quick to preach on us, talk about us. I said, but why are y'all not talking about the extremists that y'all see? Y'all whole party is filled with pedophiles and little girl lovers, little boy lovers. Y'all never seem to say nothing about that, but y'all always want to come and talk about something with us. Most of the people wait, no, because the other side, they be gay. And I say, yeah, and so is all your politicians. Why all y'all politicians keep getting caught in gay stuff? That's one thing I kept realizing. I said, why do they keep getting caught in these gay scandals? That's why I said I'm like, yo, we ain't gotta argue with them. We ain't gotta left wing it and right wing it. Like we ain't gotta do nothing. You let them destroy themselves. They so busy worried about us and worried about something that they're not even looking at their own people. And I said, if you spent this much time being a father to your drug addict kids, like you worry about some black kids somewhere, maybe your son wouldn't be on fentanyl, nigga. You so busy trying to be a judge so you can have domain over black people and sitting there trying to be a cop so you can flex your little muscle. And your son out here on dope. Maybe you should have been a parent first before you was a cop. Guess whose kids are getting DUIs? They kids. I said, y'all show is one to talk, man. That's why I said I don't want to hear nothing about y'all point of view from no side. You niggas don't know nothing about the side. You wouldn't know. Whatever side Trump decided to be on, you niggas gonna jump bandwagons. Y'all do whatever y'all told. You ain't no better than a spiritual weirdo listening to somebody on the internet getting told what to do. Y'all act the same. That's why I said I'm like, so I noticed with dumb niggas and them type people got in the same corner, they do the same thing. I don't even think it would be a race war when it comes to the type of idiots. They got the same ideology. They both do what they told. They both listening to an extremist. They both are dumb and don't know nothing. They both don't read their word. They give everybody a hard time. They even give their own people a hard time. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we don't like them. You think an extreme white supremacist and Hebrew Israelite extremist, Hebrew Israelite would hate each other if they sat down with each other? I think they'd be best friends because both of them don't seem to like y'all black women. For some reason, they just have an issue with y'all black women. So they both are unliked by everybody. Nobody's listening to either one of their points coming across. They will sit down and realize they got a lot of good in common. And that'd be our worst fear, man. We got a daggone Hebrew Israelite extremist with a white supremacist extremist. That would be crazy. That'd be crazy. They might as well go and join them because they ain't one of us. We don't accept them. I don't consider them one of us. Good night. You have a good one. Catch you later. Y'all better come back in here, else I'm gonna track your IP address down and harass y'all. Like, so what's up with that coming back? You said you never came back. So you just gonna leave me? You gonna leave me like that? Yeah, a bunch of Esau's, man. A bunch of Esau, Seesaws, mystery Weesaws. Can't stand them fools, man. Just sitting there talking all day. I mean, you don't realize nobody like y'all. I just, you know what I laugh at? I laugh so hard when, again, and it's your right to believe it. I think that again, you can view conservative or liberal however you want. But I laugh so hard. It's not about we know how dumb the liberal side can be, right? But it's not about conservatives when they try to make everything so Christian. I can't stand that. Cause I said, bro, that's just some stuff you're not gonna slap a Christian label on. You just can't do it. You can't do it, bro. I can see you saying a Christian part where it's like, okay, we got to pray for our nation. Okay, I get that. Pray for the people in power. Okay, I get that. But making like these are God's righteous people, I can't do it. Because I don't know about you, but I don't think God's righteous people will be involved in the Epstein files. I don't think that will happen. I don't think so. I don't think God's righteous people walk around with racism in their heart all the time. I don't think that is a thing. God's righteous people ain't worried about another people and their kids out here on drugs. I don't think that has anything to do with God's people. It gives Christianity a bad name. That's why they make us look stupid. That's why we trying to tell fools. I said, bro, just because you jump on a conservative bandwagon don't mean that you a better person. I don't have a problem with people being conservative. I have a problem with people being stupid. That's what I have issue with. You think because you vote a certain type of way that you're gonna be welcome and accepted. They don't like you, dude. Conservatives don't even like other conservatives, dude. That's how snobby they be. That's why I said if you stand back, they all fight each other, bro. They all fight each other. That's why I said, why are we fighting to be accepted by them? These old motorboat kissing their sister trailer park junkie type niggas. Why do we care about that? We don't want to be a part of them. It's old Joe Dirt looking like I don't want them. Niggas ain't got no nutrients, man. That's why I said niggas get conservative and forget who they are as a people because they all trying to fit in with being white. Because you bang a MAGA hat, boy. That's like, what does that got to do with you as a person? You can wear a MAGA hat and still be you. Why can't you just be you? Why are you trying to be white? I don't understand that. That's the part I have with it. If you gonna be you while doing that, but don't be white. I saw that one Mexican girl, she was Latinos for Trump. Boy, I'm telling you, it's the equivalent as you see a Negro in our community where it says we tap dance for the white man. They said Latinos do the same thing. I think Latinos tap dance harder. That's the thing. Bro, I've never seen this before. We know we ain't gonna never be white, but for some reason, a lot of Latinos come here and they think they white. They already automatically think they white. And this girl was just like, she said, Mr. Trump, she said, can we have a barbecue on the White House lawn? She said, we don't even have to be in the White House. Can we just have it on the outskirts of the lawn? I'm like, bro, what a kiss up. I said, yo, like pretty much just saying, like, I know we ain't equal with you, but can we at least have it near the White House to make us feel better? I'm like, bro, you hear that? I said, what a kiss up. I said, bro, I've never seen a tap dancer more. I said, this is a Mexican. I said, yeah, she's tap dancing. I said, that don't even make no daggone sense. That's a shame. That is a shame. It really is, man. Like, what's up, bro? How you doing? Pretty good, pretty good. But I said, that's a shame, man, that people are that willing to be accepted. But then I remembered that some of them that come here, they already talk, and it's not that they think they white. Some of them are told that because again, they thinking that they better than us. You know what I'm saying? So they do that to get their vote to make them think that they white. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they come over here tap dancing, and they don't realize, like, bro, they don't like y'all either. Stupid. They don't like you, and then guess what? They realize now. They realize it. You know what I'm saying? In LA, you'll see it all the time. I bet you do. Again, I don't have a problem with people standing with what they believe. It's the tap dancers. I can't stand the tap dancers. It's like, bro, why you like it? It's one thing to say, like, hey, man, I love all people, you know what I'm saying? White people. It's another thing, like, no, see, because you know the white man. It's like, why are you such a tap dancer? This old crotch, like this is what we call, man. We call a lot of stuff back then. And Negroes call them meat riders, man. They call them crotch sniffers. Cause it's like, bro, you like a bottom feeder. You know what I'm saying? You'll always be they barnacle, bro. You always gonna be the barnacle boy to their mermaid man. Like that don't even make you ain't gonna never be one of them guys. That's what I'm saying. Like you be thinking that you better. Like, stupid. If they can just get in on a little bit of the grades, they say, yeah, see, I told you. Now see, everybody ain't like us. See, I'm one of them. It's like, boy, please. I know I remember slave from Colombia. You try to tell me. Yeah. Yep. And guess who that politician? I can't remember her name, man. She's an idiot. I can't remember her name. Um, she's the Colombian politician. Valentina Gomez. Oh my God, I've never seen a more idiot. I don't even want to call her Hispanic because that's disrespectful to y'all. It really is. Like, bro, she Colombian, but she's dumb. I said, yo, she literally was saying she was like, she's the one that was trying to run for Texas Senate or whatever it was. And she said, all these terrorist blacks, the way she talked, well, she has the thickest accent. You could tell she's trying to be white. I said, baby girl, you are too thick for all of that. Like, girl, listen, let me tell you, your accent too thick and your body too thick. You for all of that. Like, you are not. Why are you trying to be one of them? And the way she talked, she said, for all the terrorist Muslims and other blacks, the way she talked, I said, why are you trying so hard? She failed to being a politician. Guess what she's doing now, y'all? She's trying to be a vlogger. She's trying to be a vlogger now. I said, that's sad. She's trying to do like cooking channels and stuff. I said, yeah, because you failed to be a politician. You suck. You see, that's what happened. God don't like stupid. See, that's what happened when you stupid. That's why I'm like, bro, what is it with the coonery of the tap dancing? Like, why are you tap dancing so hard, fool? Like, you don't gotta do that. Anything to be accepted, right? They do. That's why I said they be making fun of all of them. That's why I said a nigga in the MAGA hat, they be making fun of him. And again, I don't think it's a get you. You can wear it if you want to. I don't have a problem with it. I have a problem with you thinking that you gonna be one of them. I said, you idiot. And that's why I said when that insurrection came and they all was locking people up and ran them up, guess who got locked up first? The black people. The black people for being out there. Like, why are you even out here? Stupid. I said, you knew when these photos circulated, they were gonna get you first. If anybody, and guess who became the scapegoat? Y'all. I said, guess who they always get first, y'all. See, Negroes be trying to be like, oh no, we all are cool. They not cool with you, fool. I don't know what it is with us, man. We'll do stuff to like always try to fit in and be accepted. But it's like, bro, this extremism, man, you gotta stop. I understand we like to be liked and stuff. But I said, but we shouldn't be wanting to like do this? You know what I'm saying? You just look at some stuff like, bro, this is wrong. This just ain't right. Let's take it to the new level, man. Trying to be accepted all the time. It's like, bro, what is it with this? Like, that's why I said, as much as they talk about stuff is gay, I said, ain't nobody gayer than a conservative man. Ain't nobody gayer than them. Because the way y'all show wrath for Trump like that, I'm like, it's one thing to stand for the man, but it's another thing when y'all just like, bro, y'all on this man meat too much. That is weird. I'm talking about, I've never seen people get that upset when you say something about somebody. It's like, bro, that's like gay, and like, isn't that what they consider? That's weird. Professional meat riders. Uh, It's crazy to me. Excuse me, yo. See, I need some snacks. What we gonna get? Stuff like got pricey. Dang, stuff pricey. Yeah. Supposed to be that's what they're like. Yep. That's why they like, oh, they said, well, Jay-Z left the country. Yeah, yeah. Well, he was one on there. I said, but you know what? Y'all was on there too. It ain't just Jay-Z. It's all y'all. That's why I said it's crazy how they want you to forget. They gonna act like they forget. It's crazy. That's why. See now you see it don't matter now. Like oh it doesn't matter. Well, see we just gotta be good people. We just gotta let it go. And now the UFOs. Man, I'm like no, I don't care about no UFOs, nigga. We need them Epstein files. That's what we talking about. Good night, natural beauty. I sure hope you're naturally beautiful when you sleep, looking like a wild dingo or something like. Good night, my Inglewood friend. Come back from Mo, because I'll see y'all later. Shoot. I'm gonna have to come out to the Inglewood with y'all one day. Tell your people don't start banging on me now, because I'm a non-affiliate. Allegedly. Allegedly. I ain't gonna tell you all my dirt. Let's see. I think I just need this right. Well, that's how it be, man. People just be so I said people be too extreme with stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? So I said, nah, y'all definitely need to release them files, boy. Y'all be some weirdos. Have y'all noticed, y'all? Y'all have never seen nothing this hard. Like, why is it so hard for y'all to release these files? Remember, they kept saying, "Well, nah, see, everybody that's in the dark gonna come to the light." Well, why is the dark coming to the light? And y'all ain't want to talk about the light now. It's crazy. I said, "Nah, we ain't got over there releasing files. Y'all ain't getting away." Because you know everybody in your Senate seats is a bunch of weirdos. I said, "Yeah, keep talking about the gang members from LA. You know what? At least a lot of them don't go mess with kids like y'all do." Crazy. Need some what do I need? Imagine that, boy. That's why I be trying to tell y'all, boy, watch your kids, boy. Because you never know, some government official might be across the street in the car watching it, won't take them from you. I know that sounds crazy. It happens. It definitely happens. These people are so stupid. They go document on themselves. Like y'all could have just had the Allen to yourself and not said nothing. That's one thing. Like, bro, nobody had ever known it exist. You could have just had it and not said nothing. And everybody would just be like, what's this a conspiracy? If somebody would have talked, they would like, what's a conspiracy? There's no proof. They documented everything like a nigga. As much as they talk about niggas telling themselves, well, y'all the ultimate niggas. Y'all told on everybody. You niggas are the dumbest people of all time. These niggas are sending stuff through Gmail. I didn't even know rich people use Gmail. I thought that was stuff that poor people did. You feel me? They sending stuff through Gmail talking about, yeah, I like such and such, naming names and timestamps and dates. Oh my God, stupid. Stupid. So the next time they want to tell you Negroes self snitch and don't nobody self snitch more than them. They just told on they self and everybody with them. These niggas allowed them to take pictures with girls. Why would you do that? Like, nigga, you can't even be a good criminal. That's why you're a politician. Stupid. Oh my God, stupid. That's why I said it's just stuff, y'all. It just don't make sense. It just don't make sense. I'm just like, bro, you can't be this dumb. Like, you can be stupid, but you can't be this dumb. Like, dang. See. Bro, I can't believe they did that though. It's like, I can kind of can, but it's just like, but bro, why would you do that? My biggest fear was like, bro, these people gonna get out here one day. That's what I would have thought. Then I own her doing stuff and it's just like, oh, it's cool. Like, you don't think Negroes is making blackmail lists? Like, of course they gonna make blackmail lists, dummy. That's what y'all get. And they want to distract you. Oh, well, see the Russia deal. No, I don't care about Russia. I don't care about the UFO. I said, yeah, I notice your party is always in here messing with little children and got something to do with rape. You're always doing that. So I'm like, why is it now when it comes to see, they want to talk about us. I said, yeah, they always want to talk about us. I said, yeah, keep mentioning our name come out your mouth because that's gonna do something. That's definitely gonna do something for you. Hey, say what you want to about us. At least we don't rape people. We don't do that. So busy talking about us. I bet you would when you trying to masquerade what you really doing. I bet you would, wouldn't you? Hey, that's how you know, yeah, that's the ultimate cover up. That's the ultimate cover up when you always got somebody name in your mouth. Like, yeah, it's 'cause you doing something. Flour tortillas. I might make some quesadillas tonight. Now, it can just be me, but you know, ain't it kind of strange, y'all, that somebody's speaking on somebody all the time when they ain't even did nothing to them. It's like, why are you always their name coming out your mouth? Because you compensating for something. That's like a straight man going around messing with gay men all day. Like, why do you care if you ain't gay? Because you secretly gay. That's why. You don't need to mess with them. They ain't doing nothing to you. I know why you do because you gay. Let's see. He's at 249. I think I'll take each shot. That's why I said, y'all, when y'all start adding it up, it don't make quite sense, do it? It don't make sense. So that's why I said, now you see why they saying the stuff that they saying. You see why they doing the stuff that they doing. I said, see, now when you get exposed, then ain't funny no more. See, they don't like that. All they did was kept talking about the other side. Y'all remember that. They kept saying, no, see, liberals just they trying to turn our kids into girls and try to bring trans into school. And I said, but y'all the ones that keep getting messing with trans and kids. So why is it different when y'all doing it? If we're gonna be fair, let's not be fair all the way, right? Ain't that how it goes? Oh, see, now they want, oh, see, no, see. They kept saying, remember all the years they kept saying, Obama's gay, Obama's gay, Obama's gay. Now Trump gay. Oh, no, let's not talk about that. No, see, no, it's all AI. No, see, it's not. See, why is it that y'all want to pick and choose when it matters to y'all? That's why I said, see, hypocrites, hypocritical. They got no proof that Obama did anything. I'm not saying he didn't. I'm just saying they ain't got no proof of that, but because he a black man, that's what they do. Now come out Donald Trump done did it now. Oh, see, it was no, because all the pictures are AI. Now I'm like, yeah, of course it is. Now it's AI, right? Yeah, it's AI. Why is it every time it come to y'all it's AI? Okay, that makes sense. I could tell you something that ain't AI, all y'all names in them files. Why is it now y'all want to talk about that? That wasn't AI, that was documenting. That was all documenting. And the pictures with y'all. So I said, so what's up with that? So those are AI too? It's crazy. As much as they want to talk. That's why I say, y'all, this stuff is really atrocious, man, that people are doing this. I said, "Oh, yeah, I noticed when we talking about y'all God, Donald Trump, then y'all won't say nothing. Now y'all wanna be quiet. Oh, yeah." Remember what Charlie Kirk said before the day he got killed? He's, "Oh, they're scared. That's why they quiet." Like, now y'all scared. Now the truth is coming, now y'all quiet. Now y'all don't say nothing. I think it's mighty funny how that works on crazy. I won't get first. Yep. That's why I said so busy looking at us, looking at everybody else. Look at you. That's crazy though, y'all. But I said, hey, that's what happens when you do stuff like that. What they said, everything in the dark comes to the light, right? There you go. That's why I said that's good. Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course he did. That's what he do. No, I'll take off this item. I don't even want this one. How you take this off? I don't want this. Oh yeah. I don't want this one. No, it's the wrong one. No, I don't want this one. I want the other one. Dang, I want the other one. Hold on, let me take this off. Shoot, I gotta wait for me to take this thing off. Okay. When they got the button where I can get rid of these. Stuff is crazy, y'all. That's why I said if you only knew what they were saying, what they were doing, it's crazy. But they won't talk about somebody. I said, yeah, we know why y'all want to speak. We know why y'all want to talk. So, they're not even walking. Don't even like that. So I said, y'all, people just be compensating for who they really are, what they really be doing. It's compensating. It's crazy, ain't it? That you think people will do that, right? They do this. I'm just trying to take this off, man. I don't know what shit. Oh, yeah. Hey, I just want to take off the item. How do I take this off? Yesterday, you heard me. I'm trying to take these items off. They won't let me take them off. That's so stupid. Yeah, this is crazy, man. See, I'm trying to just take these two off. I don't want these two already. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Got the nerve to sit here and act all in they feeling. I'm like, wait, I know it's crazy. Thank you. This thing scanning it? Dude, no, nigga, it just scanned it twice. Bro, what? It just it scanned this thing 3 times. That's weird. Yeah. Okay, thank you. I ain't trying to scam everyone. I said, bro, scanned it like 3 times. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Oh yeah, get my stuff out of there. But that's crazy, man. But a lot of times, man, you don't even want to hear people mouth, hear their voice. That's why I said, don't talk about politics or nothing. You feel me? Thank you. So that's why I try to tell you, man, it's extremism, man. Like, it's extremism, man. They ain't gonna get nobody nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, it just gets to a point where you're like, bro, you just want to be left alone by a lot of people and a lot of stuff. So that's just how I look at it. That's why I said I get away from politics, man. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm in a very conservative state, which is fine. You know, people that have never they never came and forced their views on me. I'm okay with that. But you know, if I see people like it, I just walk away. I just go the other way. Like, I don't need to sit there and argue with you. I don't need to sit there and debate with you about the truth. We know what the truth is. If not, it's gonna come out. Whatever, man. I don't care. I don't got time for this. You know. Again, people just want to fight and argue. I'm not here to fight and argue with you, Negro. I don't got time for it. Like I said, I sell music. You want to buy some music? Let me know. I'm taking donations. You want to donate something? Let me know. I say, if not, then I don't got nothing to say to you, man. I don't want to have a civil conversation with you about nothing no more. Because people can't just have a civil conversation, man. They always got to go over the top. You know what I mean? So all of that relates to what I was saying earlier, man, about, like I said, getting shot. It changes your mind on stuff. And guess what I stopped doing? I stopped playing with life, man. I started wanting to live for more. That's why I'm like, no, I want to go on vacations again, man. I want to start getting out and stop giving all my time to work. And even this little wretched live stream, man, I'm so tired of the same stuff, man. Like, it's gonna feel good not to have to use this selfie stick no more and take stupid videos, man. I don't want to do that no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start living life, man, and going places and doing stuff. I ain't trying to be stuck. You know what I mean? So I'm finna get up off this mug soon. Y'all can talk if you want to. If you don't want to, totally up to y'all. You got questions, ask away. But I think I'm done talking right now. What's the last TV show you watched on Netflix? Well, considering the fact I don't got Netflix, I just use Mama Netflix. So, I was watching this little anime show. Um, I feel like I was watching something else on there that was pretty good. I don't remember. I'm about to get my Netflix back, my Disney Plus back too. About to go on my Marvel movie marathon. So that's why I told y'all, man, forget y'all food. Shoot, I'm about to go start doing stuff, living my life, cut live streams out. I'm enjoying my weekends again, going out with the homies, man. You feel me? I'm about to go start doing regular stuff again. Again, that's just how I'm living now. So cutting out live stream is gonna be a big part of that. I'm tired of y'all pocket watching, stargazing weirdos, man, staring at people all stupid all day. Half of you's dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want to be around some of y'all no more. I don't even want to see some of y'all no more. So that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good, boy. Living in a great city. I'm enjoying it with people that I love. That does not include y'all. So I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? So I think I think Moneybag Yo is gonna be over here today. They had a lot of rappers come up here, man. Lil Baby was here last week. They got Moneybag Yo coming up here today. I think it's today. You niggas got 2 minutes. So so let's go on there. If I haven't watched Netflix about 6 months, nothing else. So I might put. You heard it was a good movie. Somebody told me it was a good movie. Feel me? Yeah, no worries. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Shoot, that's why I'm gonna go live. You see these people out here? Shoot. Go ahead live with the people. So I get off live stream, so I ain't gotta entertain y'all bozos no more. Like, man, please. As much as a nigga think I want to get on here and talk to them, boy, I never want to see you in the history of the world ever. My gosh, bro. I'm out here living with quality people that do something with their life that ain't weirdos on the internet trying to be deep, give out words. Like I want to be around people that actually got a life. So that's why I said I'm going around people who got a life. So I don't end up stupid like you. I ain't trying to be on the internet with like you, nigga. Got stuff to do in my life. You feel me? That smell good. It's so Italian food over here eating. People out here living. Shoot, that's what I'm about to start doing. That's why I told y'all, boy, we are getting off these streams. Oh my God, boy, it's gonna feel good to like disassociate myself with some of y'all. As I said, I'd be embarrassed to even tell people I got an audience, man, because some of y'all Negroes are the embarrassing ones. Y'all be my audience. I'm like, I don't even want to be associated with some of y'all, man. Straight. It's coming looking all stupid. 14 people in here just oh stupid look on their face. It's all right. Y'all not going with me where else I'm going, what else I'm doing. And I'm good with that. I don't want y'all following me neither. Don't follow my new pages if you found them. I don't like y'all. That's why I said be straight up like me. I tell people straight up, I don't like you. Daddy said that too. I don't like you, don't want to like you. I don't know you, don't want to know you, don't want to speak to you. No, you cannot be in my Discord. No, you cannot be on my other channel. No, you can't be in my DMs on my social media. No. You want to do something, send some money. Do that. You gonna do that, then do that. Not, man, I ain't got nothing to say to you. We the main ones want correct people. Ain't sending a dollar. No, yeah, because you ain't got a dollar to send. Yeah, I love some of y'all, not everybody. Yes, peaceful, because I pay all this money to live up here. Shoot. Hey, I told you niggas, I said, I ain't paying y'all another month. Y'all know that, right? I'm not paying y'all no more. All this money I'm paying, if it's quite, it's common with me now. Like how some of y'all common with me. That's why y'all come here and stare at me. So it's common to me. I don't care no more. That's why I said I'm going somewhere where I want to be, where it's nice. Put my traveling on the map. You feel me? Get away from some of y'all. That's my goal. Hmm. Shoot, I might go for a swim tonight, boy. Nice old swim. See this? Hey, I take the elevator. I walk up 2 flights of stairs. Shoot. So I said I want a house where I can just walk up 1 flight of stairs. Mine. Shoot. So I said, well, if I had a house right now, I wouldn't be talking to y'all. Feels good, man. This channel coming to an end. The end of an era. You know what I'm saying? Man, it feels good. Y'all don't know, man. That feels so good, bro. Like it's almost like last day at work. You've been working a job for 5 years. Your last day coming up, like man, that feels good, dude. Like, mm. That's why I said I've never been more happy. I've never been more happy. My keys up. You like to go to the beach show, dude? We ain't got a beach in San Antonio. If I did, I'd be there and wouldn't be here with y'all. I think I'll be here with y'all. I'm on the beach with my honeys. Please. Yeah, there's a lot of questions about stuff I like and don't like. If I did, brother, I think I would be here with you. Shoot. Yeah, stuff in the freezer. Mm. Woo. I forgot I hold a whole thing of Tostino's pizza. You know what I'm gonna do on my Friday night? This. Oh, sorry. I was like, what is that? Yeah. So, anyways, y'all. Uh, the show is all snacks. Don't judge Miss Friday. Judge me. No. It's Friday. All snacks. I think I eat them down. Mm. Mm. Oh. Mm. Crazy. Mm. Anyway. Let me get up off of y'all because I want to enjoy my Friday night, and I don't want you to ruin any more of it. Hope y'all enjoy my story time. Um, like I said, take from what I'm saying, y'all. From take from what I'm saying. It's going to be story times, but they be enlightening. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, I'll see y'all when I see y'all. I'm done. I'm out of here. Peace out.